consulting their lawyers to see if there's a case for them to be promoted straight to the Premier League. All officials are unhappy that their opponents for this weekend's final have changed. This is Southampton believe their sanctions for Spygate have been unfair.
He says, we believe the financial consequences of yesterday's ruling make it by a very considerable distance the largest penalty ever imposed on an English football club. That's talkSPORT's Alex Crook, who's been reading a statement from Chief Executive Phil Parsons published this afternoon. In that statement, Southampton have apologised to fans and other clubs and agree a sanction of sorts should have been imposed. Elsewhere today, does this Arsenal team eclipse the Invincibles if they add a Champions League title to their Premier League crown? Martin Keown says yes, Simon Jordan says no.
Our eyes don't betray us. With due respect, we look at the history books. If Arsenal go and win the Champions League, in the history books, this will be the greatest Arsenal team. But our eyes don't betray us. We all know that what we saw in 2003, 2004, an Invincible team, is probably a better team than this.
Keown's especially happy that they won it with Pep Guardiola still in situ at Manchester City.
Because the way the media works, the narrative becomes, well, you know, you only won it when Pep wasn't here. So that one's gone. That can't happen.
Trophy parade set for Sunday the 31st of May at 2 p.m. Champions League final is the night before that, live on talkSPORT. And live tonight, Aston Villa go for their first European trophy in 44 years when they face Freiburg in the Europa League final. Here's club legend Stilian Petrov.
It's a must-win, and I'll tell you what, I've lost the European final, and it's painful.
Yes.
It's hurting.
It's live on talkSPORT tonight from 7.
talkSPORT News.
The PM scrapped a planned fuel tax increase, and the Channel 4 boss says she's deeply sorry over married at first sight rape claims. More from Sinead at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. You can't trust the weather right now, but you can always trust Pirelli tyres. In stock now at your local centre. Visit quickfit.com and book today.
Brighter spells developing throughout the afternoon, especially in the south, starting to feel warmer too. The odd shower over Western Hills and in northern Scotland.
Yeah, let's get this show over.
Bladder forever! Go on! Come on, the boys!
Finished?
Nope.
Let's try and remain professional.
Let's
for
not.
The opening. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent's here.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
All right, Jack, make sure you play. I want to hear that. Meet, yeah, all that rubbish. Make sure you play that, yeah? Meet. Go, win. We win, come. Win. Yeah, win, hey, come, win.
Right, Jingo, we got a show.
Oh, it's a long lead.
Arsenal stuff. What are we doing? Arsenal stuff, Mikel Arteta stuff. Oh, yeah, talk about the playoffs. Big news, the playoffs. Talk about that. Massive news. We'll talk about Aston Villa against Freiburg in the Europa League. It's live on talkSPORT tonight. Shut up, Win. Oi, put that dog down for me.
Hey.
No, he's too heavy. He's too heavy. He's too heavy. That's what I mean. I love a dog lover. All that place. Plus, take a look at another bad night for Spurs. Drive on talkSPORT. Get involved. Sadly, if you're an Arsenal fan, our computer picks up. You won't be able to phone in.
I know. Hey, make sure with Arsenal fans, calling your thousands.
Don't bother. There's no point. 03717 223333. Down, boy.
Today is going to be the day.
Do you know what? Before we even start, by the way, what time is Noel Gallagher coming on?
I haven't texted him.
I don't know. Hold a second. I've had to sit here, season upon season, even when they beat us in one-off games, win the league, and take my licks. What time is he coming on?
I haven't there's no way he'd come on. I didn't bother.
Well, you have to text him. I have to take my licks.
He won't come on.
Why?
What do you think? Because his team lost or drew, and they lost the.
I've got to deal with it.
You have got to deal with it. I mean, his argument might be you're paid to deal with it. He's not paid to deal with it.
Oh, okay. But is that Gallagher? So
well, call him out. He listens to the show. Why don't you call him out?
I'd like Noel to phone.
Look, don't tell me. He listens.
No, Gallagher, I'd like you to phone up and congratulate us, please.
Yeah, you got no chance of that. Honestly, no chance. You got more chance of him joining Blur than that happening. Yeah, well,
come on, you got to take your licks, didn't you?
I'm going to take 3 hours worth of licks now. Well done.
So honestly,
who was the first person to text you well done last night?
It was you. But honestly,
well done to you.
Wow.
How you feeling? Well done.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Incredible.
I just want to say well done to you. Well done for Delta back, Arsenal fan.
He was there waiting for you, boy.
I know he was. Yeah, I was late. Luke out in the office. Jack on the buttons.
Yeah, Win, come here. Come sit next to me. Win.
How close are we to Battersea? I'll take the dog.
Hey, Win. Oh, you're shocking, you are.
What's wrong with Battersea Dog Time? Is everyone went at all? It's a lovely place for dogs.
What, I can't wait to see Win.
How you feeling?
See him tomorrow.
I know you'll see him.
Can't wait till tomorrow.
You meet your Yokeres tomorrow.
Yeah,
you
one with Yokeres tomorrow, yeah.
How you feeling? Well done to you. What a great night it was for Arsenal fans.
Unbelievable. Do you know what?
Let me ask you, I've got so many questions. When Ireland scored, what were you think? Were you watching it?
I was watching it.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, I was more, not cursing, but because Bournemouth had played so well, and then they hit the post and they kept going through.
And then they were clean through and missed it.
David Brooks obviously hits the post. I'm thinking, oh my goodness. And then Haaland scores an unbelievable finish. You're thinking to yourself, what's going to happen here? But do you know what? And I've got to give credit. I know, listen, Arsenal did their job the night before against Burnley and have been the best team for 37 games. That's why they're top.
Yeah.
But Bournemouth last night and for the last, since January, have been unbelievable. Yeah. And even last night, like they had the chance to get into Europe, which they're in Europe now. We just don't know what European competition they're in. They also, Man City going for the league, that situation there, they might have got a bit nervous. Andoni Iraola's last game, they might have got a bit nervous. They played with no nerves whatsoever. You may remember, you probably don't, but early in the season, Bournemouth played Spurs. It might have been the first game or second game. I think they beat Spurs 3-0. I've got that in my head. I might be wrong. Yeah.
But they beat, and I said that my mate who's a Spurs fan was there. His name's Tim Cochran.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Bournemouth will get top 6.
Yeah.
And I said that on air, right? Mm-hmm. They look fantastic.
Yeah. But
he's done such an unbelievable job.
Yeah. They've been.
Hold on. I want to talk about Bournemouth. We should talk about Arsenal.
No, we are. No, I'm saying
we should talk.
No, that's where it stops.
Okay.
That's where even Fern Buckley messaged me. Thank you. Your congratulations. You're welcome.
Bournemouth.
Okay, but
yeah.
Arsenal.
Come on, talk me through it.
37 games, and they've been mocked. You know what? That thing I was thinking about this morning and last night, right? People talking about, win the dog. You win the dog. The pickpockets. Yeah, Win. Come here. Wait, 1 second, Win. 1 second. Pickpockets. The light bulbs. The Sharpies. All that. You lot poking fun at it. Yeah. You'll all be doing it now.
No, we won't.
Yeah, you will.
We won't.
Okay.
Don't come on.
No, before we start.
No,
Wait. Apologise to Mikel Arteta now.
No.
Hey, why not?
You spent £1 billion. You've got to win something.
Doesn't matter. Other people have spent near as much and not won anything. So
I won't apologise. I'll congratulate you.
No, I apologise to him.
What? Okay, what am I apologising for?
First of all, Lego head, one.
Well, he has got a Lego head.
That he's going to bottle it, and then saying that he's not good enough.
I hoped he'd bottle it. I didn't say he would bottle it.
Could you please apologise to him?
I did say it wasn't good enough. I got that wrong.
Well, could you apologise to him? No, say it again.
I just said it.
No, properly, please.
Apology.
Mikel Arteta, I'm sorry.
All of that. I mean, I won't probably remember that. I got to write that down.
No, Mikel Arteta, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll do that throughout the show. I've got to remember. I'll write it down.
But no, I mean, listen, being an Arsenal fan, just watching it, it was just like...
Why don't you sit back and listen to this?
Oh, wait,
right?
We got something.
And Arsenal fans. Arsenal have wrapped up their first title in 22 years.
Oh, God.
So this is the question we're starting with before we play a lovely package for you. Is Mikel Arteta now, I feel sick saying this, a Premier League great?
First time in 22 years, are champions of the Premier League.
Oh, if we don't win it this year, I ain't going to win it again in my life.
Yeah, let's go, Gunners!
Arteta's the man.
Arsenal could dominate for years. I just think this Arsenal team, getting that first one, Ali, they'll be hungry again.
Mikel Arteta can pop open the champagne corks.
Do you know what? I forgot about him. He was on the list. Crookie. Whenever Arsenal even draw a game, he's on my case, you know. Crook, he's getting it today as well, him. Alex Crook.
Arsenal are champions of England for the first time since 2004. That comes after Man City could only manage a draw away at Bournemouth last night. Pep Guardiola spoke to talkSPORT after the game. He had a message for his former assistant, Mikel Arteta.
First of all, congratulate Mikel, staff, Acroma staff, the players, Arsenal, for this Premier League, well deserved. And today the fatigue was part in the game. It's a pity that we cannot bring the chance, the hopes until the last time, until the last, I would say, game against Aston Villa. But accept the reality. Congratulate Arsenal.
I like that from Mikel Arteta. I love that from him. Not Mikel Arteta, from Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, you're all over the place, don't you?
Oh my, honestly.
Lots of questions to ask you.
Do you know what? Someone's put here, and it doesn't bother me. Don't care.
About what?
Is this the worst Arsenal team to ever in the worst team to ever in the Premier? I don't care. It's the most irrelevant question. We were the best team.
It's not. It's a question that can be answered. No, the answer is probably yes, but it.
No, I'm saying
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And
it doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant.
It is irrelevant today. You are right.
37 games this season.
Yeah. I can't argue with anything you're going to say because you've won the league. A quick word about Mikel Arteta. Calm down on this. I had someone phone up the sports bar last night and say, he's an unbelievable. He's the greatest manager ever. Mikel Arteta. Has he silenced all his critics?
Yes.
Now? Does he have anything to prove?
No.
There's nothing left.
The only thing you'd say he's got to prove now, but then you could say that about every Arsenal manager who's ever managed a club, is win the Champions League. Because you could say that about Wenger because he didn't do it.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that were saying that he wasn't good enough, he couldn't get them over the line, he was always going to be the second place. Like he just didn't have what it takes to get Arsenal over that line. He's built some really good teams, but that last little bit you need to kind of win something, he didn't have it, and he's got it. I mean, what he's done throughout the season, I get it. For some people, he's an acquired taste. If he wasn't Arsenal's manager, and the way sometimes his antics are on the sideline, running up the technical area, up and down the sideline, and everything like that, I get why people would be losing their minds. But the passion, the energy that he shows, you have to give him credit for. And also, by the way, nothing I was thinking, some of the decisions he made, like bringing in the likes of Eze, right? That is like Eze, and I think he wrote a tweet about, I'll make them remember or something like that. He's come in, played a big part in
Who was it that got injured that week? And you had to go out? Was it Martinelli?
Was it Moreno? No, Moreno was later.
Someone got injured.
Havertz. It was Havertz.
He was going to Spurs, right?
Yeah,
Havertz
it was, yeah.
And then you brought him in.
That decision. But do you know what? Do you know what I'm really, really happy for, right? Victor Gyökeres. Because a lot of people at the start of the season, before we had a striker, everyone kept saying for the last couple of seasons, the reason why Arsenal haven't won a Premier League title is because they haven't got that centre forward or someone that's star power in the top end of the pitch. City had Haaland, who scored 20 plus goals. Liverpool had Salah, 20 plus goals. Do you know what I mean? And for Victor Gyökeres, even when he came in, people questioned him and said he ain't good enough. Arsenal won't win anything with him. And in his first season, full season in the Premier League, he's gone and won a Premier League title. That's incredible, that. Absolutely incredible.
The manager, Mikel Arteta, does he go down as a Premier League great yet?
I mean, Premier League great's a tough one because the obvious answer, you'd probably say no, not yet, because Arne Slot won one and now Liverpool fans can't wait to get rid of him. I think if he can go on and achieve maybe another couple of Premier League titles, but then saying that, how many Klopp win? One?
Yeah.
No, but Klopp won everything, so he is a Premier League great.
Yeah.
If Arteta could add a few more...
But he only won one Premier League.
Yeah, but he won everything.
No, but in the Premier League, he's only won one. I know you say he's a Premier League great. Maybe he's a great manager, but not a great Premier League.
No, I think he's a great Premier League manager.
Right.
I think if Arteta can nick a couple more, maybe one more, and add a few domestic trophies and hopefully a Champions League come next weekend, then yeah, he has to go to the Premier League great.
If he wins the Champions League next weekend against the best team on the planet, does he become a better manager for you than Wenger?
No.
He doesn't.
You talk about Wenger changing the whole culture of football.
Yeah, but Arsene Wenger never won the Champions League.
Yeah, but still, no. Wenger, for what Wenger did for such a long time, is mind-blowing.
Do you think you're on a free hit now in that Champions League final? Hard work's done.
It almost feels like that. Like, put it this way, before the last night's game, I'd completely forgot they were even in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
But now, oh my goodness.
See, what's unbelievable for you is you can play anyone you want at the weekend.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Yeah, rest them all. I mean, I'm not quite sure how many of them will be seen straight after their antics.
Yeah.
But
Did you see him out this morning around him at 5 a.m.
I love that.
Having pictures with
I
that was
the way
great.
Declan said to the fans, "No, come, let's all have."
Yeah.
And I'm happy for him as well, by the way, because
me too.
He's a player. For me, he's a PFA Player of the Year, right? But he is somebody that I almost feel like some people, they don't mock him, but they hope that he wouldn't succeed by going to Arsenal. And now he's won a Premier League title. Absolutely incredible.
And that's great for England as well.
Massive for England.
You want as many English players winning the Premier League as possible. Well done. Well done to Arsenal fans.
I get that. I revealed the old Thierry Henry shirt in a minute.
Have you got that? Oh, yeah, you have got that on. You should tell people about that.
Yeah, the match-worn Thierry Henry shirt.
So that's what you're wearing?
Yeah, underneath this, yeah.
That's unbelievable. When did you get that?
I swapped with him back in 2001, I think.
So did you think it would take you 25 years to wear that?
No, I've worked around the house a couple of times. But,
okay.
But, yeah, it's been incredible.
All right, Arsenal fans, I'm sure you want to phone up and rub it in mind. You can, I don't mind. I'm pleased for you. I'm pleased for Bentley. We'll take your calls on all things Arsenal. Mikel Arteta, is he a Premier League great? Bentley says not yet.
Still got a way to go.
Okay. Come on, Arsenal fans, pick up the phone. I know you want to. 03717223334. Lots to talk about on today's Drive Time show, but we'll start with Arsenal and the fact, of course, you are the newly crowned Premier League champions.
can you hear me? The Europa League champions, do me a favour. Jude Law, Chicky. Can you hear me, Chicky? You almost took one hell of a beating. Can you hear me, Roberto Dispersi? You almost took one hell of a beating. Roberto Dispersi, you almost took one hell of a big cockerel. Ron Weasley, Beavertown Brewery. Can you hear me? Jamie O'Hara. Can you hear me, Jamie O'Hara? You almost took one hell of a beating. Can you hear me? Encouraging sign. Can you hear me? Encouraging sign. Can you hear me? Encouraging sign. You almost took one hell of a beating. The SA signing. Look at the ball. White signing. Adele. Lord Sugar. Tadarius Tapu. Can you hear me? Tadarius Tapu. You almost took one hell of a beating. Tadarius Tapu. Tadarius Tapu. Tadarius Tapu. Can you hear me? Tadarius Tapu. You almost took one hell of a beating.
I can't believe you just pulled out them two masks. I cannot believe what I've just seen. And we get beat 2-1 at the bridge again, mate.
O'Hara.
Oh, mate.
O'Hara's got an imps mask. He's got his,
I can't believe you've got an O'Hara mask. Where have you're sneaky, you lot. Yous are so bad. Honestly, yous are horrible. I don't know why I work here. I don't know why I work here. This is unbelievable stuff. All the stuff I do for this station, and that's how I get treated.
What do you mean?
You go and order an O'Hara mask and wear it on the night that Spurs get beat against Chelsea.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking
mate,
about.
Take the mask off. Please, take the mask off, mate. I can't.
Is it Jay?
Oh,
Jay.
what a bad night, mate. What a
Mate,
bad
listen,
night.
you drew the second half, mate.
Oh, mate, don't start. Don't start.
I mean,
I knew it was going to be bad.
Listen, I don't know why you fall out at me over this. You drew the second half. And to be fair, I like the way that you kept booting the ball out of play just to keep the score down. Because goal difference might come into it, mate. You never know.
Not wig. It's a nutty canister, either way. I mean, look at the nut on it.
Bob Odenkirk! Saul was great. He was just a breath of fresh air. Amelia Clark! Star Wars versus Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, definitely.
Go.
I'm loyal.
Don't tell Alex Hassel!
In season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off.
You do know you did that in season 1.
Exactly, that's true, yes.
Crying your heart out. Nasty you are. What?
Win. Hey, calm down. Who's this singing?
Oasis. You know it is.
No, how would I know that?
Bit of Iron Mate.
Yeah.
Good stuff, though, isn't it?
Oh, Jack, you got that clip for me or what? Arsenal falling off a cliff, mate. Meet. Where's that? Yeah. Make it a bit louder.
Not the music, Jack. You meant the sound effect. Jack just pushes all the volume up, doesn't he? Driver Talk Sport, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, in partnership with Giacomo Styling Brands for every man. Just quickly before we move on, I should say happy birthday to One Word Billy.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to say his age, some people, but let's just say he's old enough to, vote. All right? So happy birthday, One Word Billy. You going for a quick drink tonight?
Yeah, for one, yeah. We've got to celebrate, haven't we?
Well, one's hardly celebrating, is it? One's you necking a... what does he drink?
Hennessy.
Yeah, and then going.
Trust me.
It's hardly-
Hennessy Black last night. Wow.
Did it? Were you up drinking late?
Not late, but I had a few. Quick. Yeah, so.
And then left.
It was well in my house.
Yeah. Right, I'm off. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to tonight's Europa League final. Of course it is live on talkSPORT. Just quickly, Sunderland's captain Granit Xhaka will play in his 4th successive World Cup after being called up by Switzerland. He's had a great season. Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester United are all interested in West Ham's Jarrod Bowen.
All right. Sorry, a lot of people... Yeah, good question.
Yeah,
a lot of people mentioned
Go
it.
on.
What time is Noel on?
You keep saying that.
I can, look,
okay, I can text him.
Yeah? But why wouldn't you have done already?
Because he won't come on. I mean, he left early last night. You see that? He left early. He's hardly going to come on the show.
Yeah, he might do.
He won't go. Okay, in the next break, I'll voice note him.
You scared?
No, why would I be scared?
Because usually when he wins, you're telling us on the show.
Because they've
Noel's
won.
coming on.
Yeah, because they've won.
Come on.
All right, I'll voice note him.
Yeah.
Do you want me to phone him now live?
No,
don't do that. Okay, yeah. I'll voice note him in the next break.
Yeah, so would you come on? Just
And
congratulations.
if there's no naughty words in it, I'll play it out.
Okay, cool.
All right? If he replies to it, which I'm sure he won't this time. Let's take your calls from people that have phoned up. They're talking about Arsenal, talking about Mikel Arteta. It doesn't really matter. They've phoned up to rub it in, I imagine. And rightly so. Russell is a gooner. Russell, good afternoon. Congratulations to you. How are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you. Nice to speak to you, Andy. Benty, how are we, mate?
I'm good, mate. Smiling my head off.
I've seen you at the Emirates many times, and yeah, look, massive kudos to Mikel Arteta. What an unbelievable squad he's created, and yeah, last night was superb, and winning the title has been amazing.
What did you do last night to celebrate? Where did you watch the Bournemouth game?
Watched it with a few of the boys in the Blackstock. They met my dad outside. He drove up from Essex, and then we had a nice, enjoyable walk to the stadium. And yeah, there was just hundreds of thousands of people there, and hugging, and fireworks were going off. It was outstanding to be there.
Did you feel? I know it's maybe difficult to ask afterwards because your mind's all over the place now. But did you feel as though he had to win it this time round?
I think so. Yeah, finishing second 3 times in a row. This was the squad that he'd assembled, and we really needed to win it this year because I think teams are going to be a lot stronger next year. And now we've got it over the line. If I'm honest, I think this is only the start for what we can achieve. Obviously, the Champions League, I agree with you, it's a free hit. But next year, I think we can push on, really challenge again for the Champions League and Premier League and win more honours.
Okay, good call.
Great stuff, Ross.
What? See, this is the problem. When Arsenal fans phone up, and it's going to be like this for the whole season, I can't go, no, it's not. Whatever you say, I've got to go, yeah, okay.
I bet you're desperate for Arsenal to lose the Champions League final.
Yeah, of course I am, yeah. David is a gooner. Hi, David. Congratulations.
Hi, guys.
Oh, are you there?
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, now we can. Off you go, Dave. How you doing?
Hi. Yeah, good. Yourselves?
Yeah,
good, mate.
Well, Bentley's better than I am.
We're very good,
man.
So Bentley actually covered everything. Because I don't feel Arteta's been getting the respect or the incredible job that he's done, but Bentley covered everything there. But the one thing he hasn't mentioned, and no one else has mentioned, and I did bring this up on the morning show a few weeks ago, is that everyone's forgetting this is Arteta's first job.
Yeah.
He hasn't had, a Bayern Munich, a Barcelona that Pep had. He hasn't had the experience that Jose had before Chelsea. He hasn't experienced that Klopp had. So that's like a huge, massive part of what people are missing. And there's just 2 other small bits. Also, this league was so competitive this season. Some people saying, it's boring and all that. But when we we drew Brentford, didn't we? Brentford were on form, had good home form. Bournemouth were doing well. Even when we played Wolves, they were just turning the corner. So, where Arteta was getting judged on that, they were really actually tricking games. And you only have to look at the table now to see that. And then my last bit, if that's all right, was you can't really compare, obviously, Arteta to Pep right now. But if you look at what when Pep took over, they were champs, as we know. I've got the list of players that he took over right at the time. He had Vincent Kompany, Sanya, Clichy, Fernando, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, and Sergio Aguero.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pretty much had an open wallet. We all know he did. So, again, you can't necessarily compare, but what Arteta's done with a club that was in disarray is fantastic.
Do you know what, David? That's the thing. And he's right. When you look at what Arsenal had when he first got the job, Andy, I promise you, you look at some of the names, you go, what?
Yeah.
But he deserves all the credit that he's getting because he's been absolutely superb.
Also, we should congratulate the board for sticking by him.
Yeah.
Because it'd have been a lot easier to get rid of him. There was,
there were
all jokes aside.
The 2 8th place finishes, I was thinking...
Even the 5th, when you were top 4 for a long time.
Yeah, and we lost to Spurs on that night game. Rob Holding gets himself sent off. I'm thinking, boy, but fair play, they're stuck with him. But you're right.
Edu went as well, and
it's his first managerial job.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the problem I got. I can't say anything negative. It's impossible. Tommy's an Arsenal fan. Hi, Tommy.
Woof, 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 woof. Where is he?
I think Tommy's aiming this at you.
Do I know Tommy, or is
I've
it
got
just
some treat, Mr. Gold. You know Tommy, yeah. I phoned up before and said
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Arsenal
How you doing,
in the
Tommy?
Champions League. I'm on cloud nine. I couldn't sleep. I don't know how the United fans slept, knowing they ain't won it in 13 years. 13 years!
Very good. Enjoy it, my friend.
No, quality.
Is that it? Is that what you want to say?
No. I want to say basically.
Go on.
All I would have still been with Arteta. I was always Arteta in because he has transformed this club. We was a laughing stock, and now we're Premier League champions. And I even forgot we got a Champions League final on Sunday. I was all caught up in the emotion of winning the league. I even forgot about that. So. Yeah, it's good times, man. Not the City fans. Where's the which Oasis brother do you get on as well? That's always trying
no.
Yeah, no. Where's he? I see him
I'll be
walking
honest.
off. We see him yesterday.
I think I've got more chance of getting Kirsty Gallagher on today than Mel.
Yeah. But yeah, listen to that. All them Man City fans, hold that. All you Chelsea fans, hold that. Tottenham fans, hold that. We're champions. We're back. We're coming for it. And let's go.
Love that. So I love the energy. Love the energy, Tom.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to hear.
Unfortunately, and I'm sure at some point, if I continue to do this job for long enough, it might be a case where I'll have to sit in Man United have won the league, and I've got to just take it.
Yeah. Do you know? I really don't mind it. I'm really pleased for you.
You've been desperate. All
Yeah, but
season.
only for
No. Start of the season, you wanted Arsenal to fail, Ipswich to fail. The amount of times you wanted Ipswich not to go up.
Up until last start, I wanted you to fail.
Yeah. But now,
now you've won it. I'm pleased for you. I really am. Look, you're one of my best mates, right? So I'm pleased for you. It's nice to see. Look, you've won it. So all the sort of bottling gags they have to stop. I'd rather Arsenal win it than Man City. Right? That goes without saying.
Do you reckon Carrick might start light bulbs in that?
Who?
Carrick, pickpockets. In that?
Carrick. Yeah.
Hey, maybe. Hey,
you never know, right?
Win the dog. You want to borrow him? That's it. You want to borrow him?
I'm more of a cat man, if I'm being honest.
You want to borrow Win the dog?
Don't push it, Benny.
Hey, I'll take him to Carrington.
I'm enjoying today, Jake. Don't push it.
We will bring him to Carrington for you.
You're going tomorrow to see him, aren't you?
Yeah, your Chris, yeah.
Please have a picture of Win the dog.
Oh, I am.
Please. Lucky he's not your dog. He'd be outside still.
No, I'm sure. I thought we'd find him a new.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you would. Still to come, we're looking ahead to tonight's Europa League final live on talkSPORT first. Time for a bit of no Googling. We want to know who scored the first goal under Mikel Arteta at Arsenal and who was it against? That's a good question. Who scored Arsenal's first goal when Mikel Arteta was manager for the very first time? I'll give you a clue. It's a 1-1 draw at Bournemouth on Boxing Day 2019.
Striker?
I'm not giving you any more clues.
Yeah, I know it is.
No, you don't.
Striker?
Well, I'm not giving you clues. What's his first name begin with?
P.
Well done, man. Good work. He knows his stuff. Do you know your stuff? We'll find out right after this.
I met Arteta for the first time in October in a restaurant randomly. And I said to him, we're going to win the league because you've got the squad now that you've wanted. It's your vision. These are your guys. They played with your values. And I am certain we're going to win the league. And, you know, this is all on Mikel Arteta. I absolutely take my hat off to this guy. He has worked his process, worked his project to now the ultimate fruition. And I think he's been absolutely brilliant. And I was one of the doubters early on. First 2 seasons, we lost 13 league games each season. I was one of those thinking he's too young, it's too early for him, it's too big a job. And then I remember like early 2023 doing a whole apology in the Sun to Mikel. And from that moment on, for the next 3.5 years, I've absolutely bought in to what he's doing because I could see what he was doing. And I just think Mikel Arteta, I want a statue, at least one statue of you. And I want a second statue of that idiotic Manchester City fan who did the bottle stunt because he must be feeling like the biggest mug in Britain right now.
Piers, Piers, I've got a question for you, mate. Fantastic Arsenal winning the...
Yeah, but what about
Premier
a public apology? What about just apologising to me
Well,
and
before we get, I want to come in here.
What for?
I want to come in here as referee, if I may. As referee, Piers, I think it's only fair. I mean, two words I never thought I'd associate with Piers Morgan are humble and pie, right? But we've got that from you this morning with Mikel Arteta. So I think it's only fair. I give the floor to my man on my left-hand side, Gabby.
Arsenal fans, everyone out there who supports Arsenal, I apologise for mocking the season. Calling you bottlers. Great team, great fans, great football club. I apologise.
Brilliant. Well done. Piers, I want to ask you, mate, you
where's
touched
that
on it.
utterly useless half-wit Ahara who must be... I mean, how much is he feeling? Because I kept saying to you guys, I kept saying we were going to win the quadruple, and you didn't really understand what I meant. Arsenal to win the Premier League and Champions League, right? Cristiano Ronaldo to win the Saudi League, which he's about to do, and Tottenham get relegated. It is my dream quadruple.
For the first time, Southampton have apologised for the Spygate scandal. Chief Executive Phil Parsons has issued a statement to the fans and to other clubs saying what happened was wrong. But as talkSPORT's Alex Crook discusses, they aren't totally happy.
The key to it really is that while they acknowledge that they have done wrong, Southampton, they've breached EFL regulations, they clearly don't feel the punishment befits the crime. Phil Parsons in this statement says what we cannot accept is a sanction which bears no proportion to the offence. He points to Leeds United.
Saints' appeal will be heard later today. Now, one trophy down, one to go. If Arsenal do win the Champions League, invincible Martin Keown reckons this team surpasses what the squad achieved in 03-04. The Gunners' trophy parade will take place on Sunday, the 31st of May at 2 p.m. That's the day after the Champions League final, which is live on talkSPORT. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have a chance to create their own bit of history tonight. A first European trophy in 44 years beckons when they take on Freiburg in the Europa League tonight. And club legend Stilian Petrov reckons they will win, and it's all down to Unai Emery.
I mean, you look at where the transition for the club, probably this is the most progressive club in modern football. You know what? The investment, the recruitment, the results, the consistency, everything. And it's down to this man.
The Europa League final is live on talkSPORT tonight from 7 p.m.
talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. I just thought I'd say...
Who's this?
Blur.
Oh, Jack's really putting the daggers in.
Yeah, being a bit nasty, Jack. No need for that, Jack. I just saw Luke Emery out in the office. Big Arsenal fan. Probably the biggest Arsenal fan I've ever met in my life. His eyes are red. He's been up all night celebrating. I said to him, get this. So, Luke, how old's Luke? How old's Luke?
I'd say Luke's about 24, 25.
I just said to him, how you feeling? And he looked at me and went, it's probably the greatest day of my life. I thought, how lovely. I went, that's lovely. That. How nice is that?
Yeah.
That's great.
But you could tell from someone like him that how much it means to him.
Yeah.
I was just chatting to them boys outside as well, and I was saying that I've never experienced this like this. So when last time Arsenal won the league, or the previous time, I was playing. So it didn't... I was like, buzzing, they won, but it wasn't like...
You
now,
weren't a fan?
No, but
well,
now...
you were a fan, but you couldn't celebrate like a fan.
This is the first time it's been like proper. Like, I get it.
That's nice. How old are you? 41?
42.
42. So if it was another 22, you'd be...
I'd be just about
64.
I'd be your age?
A bit older than me, yeah. Before the debate, asked a question, who scored the first goal under Mikel Arteta at Arsenal?
Aubameyang.
It was Aubameyang, yeah.
He was decent, him. He was at first, and then he just fell off a cliff.
Yeah. Still to come, we'll be asking if it's fair to kick Southampton out of playoffs. We're doing that at 5. Is that 5? We're doing that at 5.
Oh, not Arsenal again at 5?
No, we're not doing. I think this
bringing
is
the biggest trophy in this country.
Such a big story. By the way, Hull have moved this on. Hull are now contemplating whether or not they should sue because they think they should be allowed to go straight into the Premier League.
Yeah, because
why should Borough be allowed to go back into the competition
when they got knocked out?
Whole can of worms.
This is why I'm shocked that it's still going to be Saturday kickoff 4:30.
Well, I'm sure that would change. Anyway, we'll talk about that at 5, and as soon as we get any more on that story, we'll of course discuss it with you here on talkSPORT. Right, let's move on to another big game tonight. Aston Villa, of course, head to Istanbul for the Europa League final tonight. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT. They're up against Freiburg, a Freiburg side, by the way, looking to win their first major silverware in the club's history. Meanwhile, Aston Villa aiming to win their first major trophy since 1996. Unai Emery's been speaking ahead of this one. He said he wants his side to learn from their previous disappointments.
3 years ago, semi-final in Conference League. Last year we played quarter final in Champions League, and this year the final. And we played matches, enough matches in Euro we played. And those experiences are very important for us. How we were playing during the process this year, how we played last year, the first leg, second leg, different rounds, the groups, and how much now is a new chapter forward to play one final.
Quick question for you. I know we've got Gabby and Andy waiting, right? And I was having this conversation with one of my mates, a Villa fan, and I asked him a question. If Unai Emery wins tonight, that's number 5, do you think he'd swap all 5 for one Premier League title? Obviously, the referee.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
You reckon all 5?
Without a shadow of a doubt. Don't you? Well, I'm guessing 5's like 4, like 3. 5 and 3, same.
Yeah,
so would you swap 3 for one Premier League without a doubt?
Do you think you'd take all 5?
Yeah, without a doubt, don't you?
Yeah, because obviously...
I think he shouldn't win Premier League.
Yeah, the link is because obviously he was Arsenal manager and...
Yeah.
So,
I think without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's fair. Let's keep that theme going. We're joined by Andy Townsend and Gabby Agbolahor, who are over, of course, in Istanbul. A bit of a delay on the line, but let's see how it goes. Hi, Andy and Gabs, how you doing?
We're both very good.
All well, mate.
Good. Great detailed answer there. Thanks from both of you. Right, let's because there's a bit of a delay on the line. I'll ask you each individually a question. I'll start with you, Andy. We just heard from Unai Emery there. Spoke about Villa learning from their previous disappointments. How much will those be on the players' minds? Do you think those disappointments?
I think now that we're here, and I don't think you dwell on the past. I think it's all about now, what happens in the next few hours here. Look, they've come a long way since those disappointments that they were talking about. They've played some of Europe's elite over the last couple of years in the Champions League and Europa League, and they've come out on top in a lot of those. So I think they genuinely know how to get it done. Now they've got to go and get over the line. Simple as that. It won't be easy. We don't know a lot about Freiburg, which is a little bit of a worry, I've got to say. But I just think if Villa do what they do and play the way they can, then I can only see them winning.
Gab, how important is it, do you think, the result against Liverpool? Because I thought the performance was absolutely outstanding, the way he battered them. How important is it that you take that form from that game into this final tonight?
I think it's massive, Bentley. The Nottingham Forest second leg, that performance was outstanding. And Liverpool, a lot of people thought that maybe he'd rest a few players and, don't want to get anyone injured for this cup final. But I like the way he played his strongest side, go into a cup final with momentum, and that's what these Villa players will be doing. So this game's massive. This era under the manager, they need to win trophies, and they've got a great chance tonight against the Freiburg side that 9 times out of 10 Villa should be beating.
Andy, I've got to ask you then, because, listen, the job that Unai Emery's done at Aston Villa has been absolutely outstanding. It's been almost 10 out of 10 in the terms of the way he's turned the club around. He's got them believing. Is this almost like the final piece of the jigsaw for him to be classed as an Aston Villa legend by winning tonight?
Yeah, I mean, look, what he's done, as you say, Benty, has been sensational, really. It has. He's shaped the club, he's moulded the club absolutely into the version that he wanted. We've got some very, very good players, experienced boys who know how to get it, who know what it's all about, how to get it done. I think in the key areas we've got proper players that can make difference in big games. So look, I think he's already up there. I mean, his win percentage rate, I think, as a Villa manager, Gab, is like right up there with the very best. But if he gets this done tonight with a European trophy, then absolutely cements himself in Villa's history. If he's not already there, he most certainly does it after this.
Gab, you're both at the ground quite early, soaking up the atmosphere, getting ready for the game. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit of a drain emotionally for the players. They've got to time this just right. You've both played in major finals. How difficult do you think it is, Gabs, not to get caught up in the emotion of it and to make sure that when the game actually starts, that you're ready and you're not drained from the day's events?
Yeah. I think this group of players, they've got experienced players in there. You look at the likes of Tielemans, McGinn, play for their national teams many games, World Cup winner Martinez. This will be like another game to a lot of these players. I don't think they'll have nerves. They'll go through their same routines. They'll be excited to go out and put a performance on, but I've got to say, guys, my nerves, I've got the same nerves that I had in the Euros in Germany. I was lucky to be there for talkSPORT, watching the games, because you've got that view in the stadium. You've got that, you have to win this game. Remember, was it against Slovenia or Slovakia, then Switzerland? I feel like tonight's going to be one of those games where you're shouting through every moment because you want Villa to win this so much.
Gab, I've got to ask you as well about some of the players in the Villa team. I'm going to go Watkins, Rodgers and Konsa now. At the end of the season, there's the World Cup. Now, I think 2 of the 3 are nailed on. I think Rodgers and Konsa are both nailed on to go to the World Cup. Ollie Watkins is probably the one where he's sweating a little bit. How important do you think tonight is then that if he puts in a performance, scores a couple of goals on a big stage, that Thomas Tuchel might go, do you know what, right, that's the final thing I needed to see, he's in the squad?
Benny, I think he scored a goal, didn't he, against the Netherlands to get us through. He scored 9 goals, 3 assists since he got left out by Thomas Tuchel in March, so he's on fire. The fans are loving this, Ollie Watkins. And if you perform on a stage like this in a big cup final, that shows the manager you can handle the big moments, you can handle tournament football where it's knockout football. So I think that'll be going through not just Watkins but Rodgers and Konsa tonight, putting their best performances, because it's massive for Villa tonight, but we all know going to a World Cup is the ultimate for a player.
Andy, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this one, but I'll ask it anyway. At the beginning of the season, if you'd have said to Aston Villa Football Club, what's more important, to win the Europa League or to get Champions League football? Because, of course, one means the other. But you could only have one. What's more important to Aston Villa Football Club, do you think?
I would say probably Champions League qualification at the start of the season. Once you get going and you start doing well in cup competitions and you get towards the big day, the final, then I think all of a sudden the season can take on a completely different look. But at the start of every season, for a team like Villa, can we get in that top 4? Can we play Champions League football? That's where the money is. That's where the best players are. That's where the best players want to be. But as we've now progressed with, let's be fair, Villa have been in and around the top 4 and pretty much most of the, they got off to a horrible start, and then once they got going, turn of the year, they've been flying. So from that point onwards, I think, and the way they've handled these 2-legged matches, I think has been brilliant. Again, as Gabby said, against Forest they were amazing. The second half against Liverpool, every time they attacked, I thought they were going to score. Look, they're a very, very strong team, and I think they're ready to win this. It's their moment, it's their time. I sincerely hope they get it done. I hope John McGinn lifts that trophy tonight because he deserves it, and it tells everyone that Villa are a big club again, and they're back dining on the top table, which is where we want to be.
Andy, I have to say you look very dapper. Are you going back to the hotel in a taxi, or are you going to get on the back of Gabby's skateboard?
No. Hey, by the way, yesterday Gab was on a boat. He had all the lovely blue sky and everything. I've rocked up and it has not stopped belting down with rain all day. It has just stopped about half an hour.
I wore my best outfit on the boat, Andy.
Wait, who picked that for you, Gab?
It stopped raining about...
I got my sister.
Right, come on, before I let you go, what's going to happen tonight, boys? Andy, I'll start with you. What's going to happen tonight? Obviously, you're both going to go Villa win, but how?
Yeah, how? I think Villa will score first. I'm going to go Morgan Rodgers, and I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to go that Villa will get there 3-1. But the all-important first goal tonight, I think, will settle them down, and that will kick them on.
Gab, what you go for?
I can't change my prediction from earlier on the different shows we've been on. I said 3-1 as well.
Okay.
I think Villa get the first goal. And knowing Aston Villa do it the hard way, wouldn't surprise me if Freiburg equalised. They're very good from set pieces, near post set pieces. And then I think the likes of Watkins, Rodgers, the pitch looks immaculate, the stadium is fantastic, and I think Aston Villa win 3-1.
Gab, do you want to congratulate me on anything at all?
Ben, I want to congratulate you, mate, on the fantastic job you're doing in the media. It's been great, mate, and keep it up. You're at that next level that Andy wants to get to, mate.
Love to get there. I'd so love to get there. What are you doing for the rest of the day, boys? You got
Mike Keown's words, Andy.
Bit of a wait till the final kicks off and starts. What are you doing between now and then, boys?
Well, we'll have a little wander out on the just to see exactly where we're going to be sat, and then we'll be in the media suite, tucking into some of Turkey's finest cuisine, and then we're getting revved up and looking forward to the game. Can't wait for it to start. I think it's going to be a great night.
Benty, you know you play for Aston Villa, Benty. Can we get an up the Villa from Benty, ex-Aston Villa striker?
Listen, up the Villa. I hope Villa win. Up the Villa.
Yeah, it's not what we said in the meeting.
Good lad, Benty. Love it, mate.
Don't say it with too much gusto. Whatever you say.
Yeah, before I let you go, I mean, obviously you're over in Turkey. I noticed you've kept your cap on. Have you had the hair done or not?
Yeah, I've had it done, mate, and it's already grown more than Cundies, so it's promising signs.
He's the only person who knows that hair transplant. He's more bald. Boys, listen, we're all rooting for Aston Villa back this end. Listen, have a great evening. I think it'll be a great match, and I've got a good feeling for Aston Villa, so enjoy the game, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, guys.
Up the Villa.
Cheers, lads. They like having fun out there, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, look, the weather behind looked horrible. Gabby all week's been, it's looked nice, sunny, he's having a good time, been on a boat, and then Andy Townsend rocks up and it's just torrential.
When we were in Washington and it was snowing.
Unbelievable, the trip, wasn't it?
The trip was unbelievable. Although that day, Management Max booked us a tour of Washington.
In an open golf buggy.
A golf buggy, and it was minus 10.
Yeah. Great time, though.
That was a great time. We've got more of that coming up. We're in New York and Miami, aren't we, for the World Cup?
Ooh-wee.
That'd be good. Reminder of that game tonight, Aston Villa Europa League action. Europa League final action, I should say, is live on talkSPORT and the boys on the Sports Bar. We'll be taking your calls on the back of it whenever that finishes. You could go extra time and pens. From 5 o'clock, we'll be talking about the scenario that's going on in the playoffs. You know what I'm talking about. 03717223334. Do me a favour, get rid of all these gooners so the Southampton fans can find it, and Middlesbrough, and Hull fans as well. 03717223334. We'll do that from 5 o'clock on Drive Time.
Is this the most significant departure, you think, managerial departure in Premier League history? I mean, there are a few big
No,
ones.
not really.
No?
I think it's the most significant departure for Manchester City. But I think in all the clubs, I think the Klopp impact upon Liverpool was remarkable in terms of galvanising the club back to its fans, back to the levels of achievement, to a brand of football that ignited and excited most people. And Klopp walked out and decided that he'd had enough and left Arne Slot with a wonderful squad that are able to win the Premier League next year, or the following year, sorry. You've seen Ferguson leave, after 26 years. I don't think his legacy, I think his achievements are remarkable, but I think the squad that he left, it does not compare to the squad that Klopp left Liverpool, and does not compare to the squad that Guardiola is leaving Maresca. And Maresca is indeed a lucky boy. He wouldn't be in this job if he hadn't been in the building previously. I think probably all the lessons that he will have learned at Chelsea will be taken into the Man City job. And so his experiences, his maturity of being able to manage up might be slightly better now. But he's in a wonderful, blessed position that they are built. You know, the last 2 years of a year of decline and a year of rebuilding have all culminated in the fact that they've done a double this year. I mean, I can't think of a more boring FA Cup final for some time, but notwithstanding it, they still won it. Right? And they've done a double this year. They won't do the treble. Arsenal will win the league, but notwithstanding that they'll finish second, they'll have won 2 cups, and Maresca will walk into a group of players that are highly focused, highly motivated, and his opportunity is to prove the fact that he can continue. And I always believe, and I said it at the top of this show, that you judge a business when the people that own it are not in it. So you judge a football club by the legacy of the person that's been running it for a period of time. Klopp's legacy was to hand it over for a year to Arne Slot, who effectively just finessed it and won the league. Now the image of Liverpool is now Slot's, and it's not so great. Ferguson left a decaying squad, with due respect to Alex Ferguson. I'm not trying to diminish him in any shape or form. And that then created the problems that have then spiralled out of control for Man United over a 13-year period. So we'll see if Manchester City continue. I suspect they will. I suspect Maresca, I mean, the principles behind Maresca was, it's an open secret. He was discussing going to Manchester City with the Chelsea management, which is probably why there was a lot of angst and irritation between the two parties.
Not wig. It's a nutty canister, either way. I mean, look at the nut on it.
Bob Odenkirk! Saul was great. He was just a breath of fresh air. Amelia Clark!
Star Wars versus Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, definitely.
Go.
I'm loyal.
Don't tell Alex Hassel!
In season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off.
You do know you did that in season 1.
Exactly, that's true, yes.
talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Still to come, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Loads of people texting what time we're doing it. 5 o'clock we'll be asking if it's fair to kick the Saints out of the playoffs. I've changed my mind on that, by the way. We were talking about it in lots of detail in our meeting earlier on. Just quickly, Chelsea may launch a legal claim if their former manager Enzo Maresca becomes the new Man City boss. Stevie Clark is close to agreeing a new deal with Scotland manager beyond the World Cup. Right, time now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, it's time now for today's bet builder with the friends of Paddy Power. Let's welcome Graham Byrne to the show. Bernie, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, Andy? I hope you enjoyed your holidays.
I didn't have any holidays.
Because you weren't there. Bernie was there with us. You was out in breakfast.
Oh, he's being facetious. See what he said. Do you know what? They treated me so much nicer there, if I'm being honest.
Go back.
Lovely it was. It was lovely. How are you? You well?
Yeah, couldn't be better. All great here.
Thanks for coming on, man. We've got you on because obviously we're looking at tonight's Europa League final. Freiburg play Aston Villa. Before we talk about our runners and riders, can you remind everyone how the bet builder works and fingers crossed the charity that may benefit?
Yeah, we put a scenario together for a bet builder. The game tonight, of course, the Europa League final. And between 5 of us, we put together a 5-legged scenario that comes to about 20 to 1. And hopefully the Attitude Foundation will be the ones benefiting.
Graham, when I was doing breakfast, I accidentally flicked on drive time when I was in my car, just for a minute. And I heard like Bent is out of 25 predictions. He got like 22 right or something. No, is that right?
Yeah.
Last I checked, I think it was 14 out of 16. Now,
Okay.
I've been off a few days myself now, but he's on fire. Okay. It's ridiculous.
I didn't know if you said mine or not, but do you have mine there? Did you read them out?
I haven't got your P&L at the moment here, Randy. I could look for it if you want me to, but...
Probably best not, actually. Right, listen, hopefully I'll do better this week. It's a 5-leg bet, but these are our picks. I've gone for both teams to score. I'm pretty confident that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's backed up by the stats. These two teams have been banging in the goals left, right and centre. Freiburg, both teams have scored in 8 of the last 9, and Villa coming here in unbelievable form after that 4-2 victory over Liverpool. So hopefully, sometimes we get these damp squib finals. I'm hoping both of these teams really go for it tonight.
Okay, me too, Benny.
Yeah, I've gone for Aston. I just think, as you said there, Bernie, about Aston Villa's form coming into it, beating Liverpool, I just think they're going to win.
Yeah, and of course, after they won in 1982, the European Cup final, they beat German opposition that day too. They could have the two most prestigious European trophies in the trophy room if they win tonight. They're coming in here on great form. Unai Emery is the master in this tournament. He's been in 4 finals. He's won them all. He knows how to get the job done tonight. It's Freiburg's only their second ever cup final. They were in the German Cup final a few years back that they lost. So you're talking about an informed team coming in for the Premier League, and hopefully you can keep your hot streak going, Darren.
Next up, with his freshly shaved head, is our producer Joe. He's gone for John McGinn to score or assist at any time.
Yeah, he's been a great shot in the arm for Villa. They were sort of flagging off a bit when he came back, but he's made a big statement since he's come back. He's scoring goals, he's taken set pieces, so that looks a good one for me for him to score or assist.
All right, 3 down, 2 to go. Next up, the people. They've gone for over 3.5 goals.
3.5 cards.
Sorry. No glasses.
Yeah, because the game that they've been averaging more at these games than 3.5 cards. And last year's final, I think there was 7 dished out in the final last year. Always you get these cynical fouls towards the end of the game, and the French referee Monsieur Francois Le Texier, he's no stranger to dishing out the cards. He's averaging over 4 per tournament.
The last one is yours, Bernie. What are you going for?
Yeah, I had to go for something for a bit of a price because, we want to get up to about 20 to 1. And I've gone with Freiburg's Vincenzo Grifo to score or assist because he leads the tournament in this metric. He's had 5 goals, 4 assists, and most of them have come in the playoffs as well. So if Freiburg are going to get up and we want both teams to score, I have a feeling Vincenzo Grifo could be the man involved.
Good work. Before I let you go, can you just confirm the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time? Please, Bernie.
Yeah, the odds are 20 to 1, and let's hope that we can keep a nice one going tonight. Should be a great game.
Okay. Who's your team, by the way, Graham?
Oh, God, Tottenham. I'm not sure. You've asked me this before. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
You'll stay up. I think you'll stay up.
I was listening yesterday to talkSPORT. We were talking about on SportsBar West Ham. West Ham are like 10 to 1 odds on to go down. I was stunned. It was that obvious.
Before last night, they were 1 to 25. So if you put 25 quid on, you'd win 1. So for them to be relegated, but obviously Tottenham only need a point.
Yeah.
But it's changed. It's not quite that much now, but it's going to be real nervous for Tottenham. Nothing seems to be going Tottenham's way at the moment.
Flip of a coin, right? Flip of a coin.
Nah,
yeah.
Spurs. I think Spurs will get a point last game of the season.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I think they'll get a point.
I tell you, if Everton get an early goal, that's going to be one nervous stadium that could get ugly. And then if it filters through that West Ham have scored, it could be a very long afternoon. So
I agree. All right, but what happens next season if Spurs go down? Do we get someone else on for this part of the show? Can we talk to someone who supports the team?
We could do some championship previews. Spurs and Southampton could be a good game, couldn't it?
Producer Joe just went, nah, don't worry about it. So, look, good luck on the weekend. Thanks for coming on, my friend. Have a good day.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
There you go. That's Paddy Power's Bet Better for today. Minimum 25 below 80 plus begambler.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus begambleaware.org.
Jack, got that meat for me? Anything?
Do it later, Jack.
I just like the sound. No, there is. I just like the sound now.
We'll be playing that on Monday after you lose the Champions League.
No Keown's corner. No, nothing like that. Keown's corner.
I hope
Nothing.
PSG wins so much. Honestly, so much. You're digging your own grave at the moment, D. Just be careful.
Premier Champions, mate.
Yeah, see, that's the problem I got. When we come back, we'll be talking about Southampton. The Saints at the moment won't be marching on, but you can have your say on that. It could all change. You never know. 03717223344 Southampton chat Spygate when we come back after this.
Let's talk about the big breaking news that broke last night. It's been something that everyone's been speaking about for the last 12 months, and that's that Pep Guardiola is set to leave Man City after 10 years at the job. Let's bring in our chief football correspondent, Ags Crook, to kind of open or shed a bit more light on this. Crookie, obviously, look, this is massive, massive news. It isn't a surprise as it is. We knew about it, but we didn't know when this was going to happen. Give us a bit more on it.
Yeah, I think it's the worst kept secret in football, has been for several weeks, if not months now. And that's why I'm slightly surprised, by all accounts, that Pep Guardiola has reacted quite furiously to the fact that this has been leaked 24 hours before a game that could decide Manchester City's title fate. I'll be at the Vitality tonight. If City don't win, it's Arsenal's title. If they do win, we go to the last day of the season and what is sure to be a very emotional final home game for Pep Guardiola, final game in charge of City after 10 years. Against Aston Villa. But as I say, this has been coming. I think it could well have happened earlier. There was a lot of talk about whether last season will be his last at Manchester City. He's given them one more year. It's a round number of 10. He's delivered a 20th trophy, if you include the Community Shield and such like, by winning the FA Cup final at Wembley on Saturday. And who knows, there could yet be a late sting in the tail. There could yet be a treble. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't actually think Manchester City will win at Bournemouth tonight, but we shall see. But it is certainly the end of an era. What next for Manchester City? Well, that's been a fairly open secret as well. Certainly sources at Chelsea have long suspected that Enzo Maresca would be the new Manchester City manager. I understand there is an agreement in principle between Maresca and City for him to sign a 3-year contract. And he's even started to line up backroom staff. Willy Caballero, former Manchester City goalkeeper, someone that Maresca worked with before, is going to go as his number 2. So this could develop very quickly, not just Guardiola's departure, but the replacement being put in situ very quickly.
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were 2 local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire is also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves 2 club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles." And some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Welcome back to our number 2, Drive Time on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, very happy gooner, Darren Bent.
Don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Honestly, win, calm down, mate.
Sorry, didn't he take fun from Ruud van Nistelrooy's demise? Didn't he do that?
Oh, he came back to that 2000.
Yeah, I am going back to that, yeah.
Hey, he knows what you're talking about there, Martin.
Yeah, he don't know how to hold a bottle, though, to prove a gag, does he?
He does.
He covered up the badge on that. Still to come, we'll have more reactions to Arsenal being crowned Premier League champions. But now, was it fair to kick Southampton out the playoffs? Great question.
Southampton have been expelled from Saturday's Championship playoff final.
He has sanctioned that, and Tom the Wrecker has allowed that to happen under his watch knowingly, then he is a disgrace and he needs to go.
It's just not how you do things. It's not how you keep the integrity of the game.
In some ways, they're looking at it and going, we have to make a firm statement to a club that's going to say this will never happen again.
I think it's really over the top. No one actually thought that they would get thrown out. I didn't think it was that big a deal.
I predicted this would happen. I knew this would happen. It had to happen. How can you let a team that has cheated the rules go to Wembley? That makes no sense whatsoever.
I mean, the whole situation is absolutely insane. Southampton have been kicked out for the time being of Saturday's playoff final after admitting spying on 3 teams this season. That, of course, includes Middlesbrough, who now take their place against Hull, live on talkSPORT this weekend if it goes ahead. Southampton have also been deducted 4 points for next season. Southampton have called the punishment disproportionate to every previous sanction in the history of the English game. They have appealed the decision, and the final outcome is expected to be reached today. talkSPORT's chief football correspondent Alex Cook joined the breakfast show this morning. He said the saga is far from over.
I'm struggling to see any way, having admitted these breaches, that Southampton are allowed to play in the playoff final. But there is another strand to this story in the form of Hull City. I spoke to somebody very senior there on Saturday evening. They didn't want Southampton to be taken out because, of course, they've spent the last week preparing to face them at Wembley. And now they've got just a few days to prepare for a different opponent. And potentially they might prepare for Middlesbrough this morning in whatever training session they're doing. This afternoon, if the appeal really goes well for Southampton, they could be back in and they're having to prepare for them all over again. So I'm not expecting anything now, but if Hull City were to lose this playoff final, I think they might have a legal case as well.
You and I were talking about this earlier on, Dee. You come up with the perfect descriptive word to describe what's going on. You went, it's all getting very messy.
Yeah.
And it is getting very messy. And, you could have Hull suing the EFL if Middlesbrough go through, and you've got Southampton wanting to sue because of the 200 million.
The whole trying to play nobody just to get straight promoted.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what's crazy? There's so many different facets to this that I kind of get it. So Hull City saying they're prepared, they're seeking potentially getting legal action, and then so they get a straight pass to the Premier League. And that almost makes sense to me because I'm like, well, Southampton, Middlesbrough got knocked out by Southampton, so Southampton shouldn't be in the finals.
I know, but Middlesbrough got knocked out against
because they cheated.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. But there's so many different, and I was thinking about this the last 24 hours, right? And someone made some good points to me. And Adrian there, he said it on the audio, right? There's no way Southampton can getting to Wembley in a playoff final is almost a reward. As for you doing something well, which is you beat Middlesbrough in the semi-final, your reward is you get to go to Wembley and potentially have one of the greatest days in your club's history. But Southampton cheated themselves to get into that situation. But then in the flip side, I think, it's a bit harsh for the players and the fans, to just throw them out.
It's harsh for the players.
Harsh for the fans.
So harsh for the fans.
Yeah.
They would have booked their travel. They would have booked their hotel.
But what else can you do? You can't.
I don't know what the answer is.
You can't give them a points deduction because they might get promoted.
That doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
They get promoted to the Premier League, and you say they go right. You've got a 10-point deduction. That's not going to be enforced in the Premier League. So that's in the Championship. For all we know, Southampton might go up for the next 25 years.
Yeah. Now, yesterday when the news broke on our show, it broke at 6:45, so we could have a very brief say about it, and then that was it. And I've been so against them being kicked out, but we had a long old chat in our meeting, and I understand why they've been booted out. They've been caught cheating in 3 different times. It might have been more. This is my view. It might have been more. It might not have been, but it might have been more. You've heard some of the players talking about just how on it their meetings with the manager have been about how he knows what the opposition are going to do on set pieces, and then you just sort of go,
was that Flynn Downs? Was it Flynn Downs?
Yeah. And it's like, so I'm a bit uncomfortable with that. I don't. Have they got to the final of the playoffs by cheating? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
if it was a sport like, let's say for argument's sake, it was tennis.
Yeah.
And Rafa Nadal was waiting in the final, and it was Djokovic and Murray in the semi, and Murray won, got to the final, but cheated, right? Does Djokovic go straight to the final? Or do you just say to Rafa Nadal, you've won it?
No, I think Djokovic.
What happens then? Djokovic goes in, so why can't then Hull go through? Middlesbrough go through?
And this is why I'm stunned.
And can I ask, sorry, on any other sport, like tennis, do we kick them out of that competition? We do.
Yeah. Like the amount of athletes, obviously, you know me, track and field, that are caught after the fact with banned substances in their system. If they finish second, automatically they're disqualified, and whoever finished third bumps up to second.
Yeah.
So it's.
I think what it is because so much rests on it, not just the team, but like for argument's sake, the players, right? The players, in theory, if they go into the Premier League,
double the wages.
Well, they're going to have an increase. So can they sue for potential loss of earnings? Can they sue their own club that employ them?
Yeah, it's
like they didn't want to be a part of it.
No, it's a horrible situation, and this is why again I'm fascinated, and I can't believe that the kickoff time is going to remain the same. I just don't see how they can resolve it so quickly.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Because I even heard yesterday, I think it was, Hull saying all week they've been preparing for Middlesbrough.
Yeah. And also both sets of fans now. So Hull have obviously got their tickets, but Southampton and Middlesbrough fans have bought tickets. They've bought their allocation for the final.
Yeah.
It's so messy. It's quite horrific what's gone on.
Yeah.
What do you, with everything you know, let's go to finals, but with everything you know, what do you think should happen?
Well, the right thing to happen is that Southampton, I guess, aren't allowed to play in the playoff final because they cheated to get there. But I just don't envisage a situation where you still allow Southampton to play in the final, and even if they've cheated for 0.5%, cheating's cheating.
Yeah.
And you can't get the reward if you cheated to get there.
No, and also, they've made the appeal, right? Something's going to happen, you would imagine, later on today. Right? They've already said that Southampton are out and Middlesbrough are through. So Middlesbrough fans are going like, we're going to Wembley. Yeah. You can't now, 6:30 today, or whenever it's announced,
turn it around and go, no, Southampton can play again.
You can't do that.
And that's why I said they're going to move it. I think it has to move.
Okay, let's take calls.
Sorry.
Go on.
Joe, you know if Southampton do that, can then Middlesbrough appeal that again?
Yeah. No, they can't. So it's one appeal and that's it.
Oh my God, wow.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the right... I mean, kicking them out is probably the right thing now.
Yeah, but it just
feels
harsh.
That goes against what I was saying yesterday. Craig is a Hull fan.
Embarrassing to the FA.
Can I just point out to everyone, even spelling a naughty word is still a naughty word. All right, we dumped it. Okay? That makes you a bit of a W-A-L-L-Y. Put it like that. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Sorry about that, guys, but I'm infuriated with all what's going on. It's what it's proved is the EFL's greed. They're not going to cancel this on Saturday, or they're going to have a championship playoff final because they'll lose too much money. Now, Hull, if we don't win against Borough, they're every right to then say, right, well, you've cost us potentially £200 million by messing us about, not being able to prepare for the correct team.
You're in the final, right? Fair and square.
Yep.
What do you think should happen?
Me personally, I mean, I wouldn't like it. I've actually just had a Leeds United mate of mine who's just said it's absolutely rubbish what's happening to your lot. They should have just kicked Southampton out and put you guys straight into the Premier League. Well, you don't want to go up like that, but... Or why don't they then? I mean, Millwall finished in third.
You do want to go up like that?
No, I don't. I'm not.
No, you do. If you turned on talkSPORT in half hour and they went, right, the FA have just decided Hull are now going to be a Premier League side, would you go, no, I didn't want that?
No. I mean, to be fair, you want to end up in the Premier League and I'll win £380 at the bookies because I put a bet on 18-1 back in October. So I'd win money. However, all we're going to get next year is, well, should Hull really deserve to be in the Premier League? You know, they got it given to them. I've got an idea. Cool. Why don't, in the morning, all right, we have Millwall plays Middlesbrough and winner stays on and then we'll play them in the afternoon. How's about that?
I mean, that's...
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, what's happening is people are coming up with even more ideas to add to the madness.
I think what they do is Hull are already there. Middlesbrough gets put into the final. You move the game till next Wednesday to give both teams time to prepare, and then away we go.
But Middlesbrough have been they've been knocked out of the competition.
I get it, but
by a team that cheated. But they've been knocked out. Why should they have a second bite at the cherry?
Because they were cheated out the first one. It wasn't a fair contest.
Yes, but even if it was fair, you still don't know they would have won.
Yeah, but
that's the problem I've got with it.
No, but the problem is the facts are they cheated. So regardless of the outcome or what your thoughts are around it, and maybe Middlesbrough could have won, Southampton, maybe that didn't play a part, the fact of the matter is they cheated.
I know, but if Middlesbrough beat Hull in the final,
yeah,
that doesn't feel right to me.
Well, it does to me.
Does it?
Yeah, because they were cheated out. Middlesbrough cheated out.
Yeah, maybe it does then. I've never ever known anything like this before.
Middlesbrough have not done. Middlesbrough and Hull have not done anything wrong.
Hold on, Middlesbrough and Hull have not. That's right.
So
that's right. I mean, what should have happened after the Leeds got fined for doing something similar? 8 years ago, 200 grand. They should have just written down on a piece of paper: if you are caught cheating, you get kicked out.
Yeah, bang.
And we don't have any of this madness.
No, but they haven't.
I don't know what they are.
They haven't been proactive.
They haven't.
They've been reactive.
You've been watching Alan Partridge, I guess. Get your calls in. Maybe you've got the answer. That's where we're going to go. I'm fascinated by this story. I really am. And there might be news breaking on it in the next hour, so make sure you stay with talkSPORT.
That's a good point, actually. Southampton knocked Arsenal out of the FA Cup. Do we get reinstated into that?
There you go. See, that's a very good point. What happens there? What happens there?
Let's go back.
What happens to all the teams that lost to Southampton this season?
No, it's mad.
And missed out by a point or 2 points? What happens? How far back do you go? I don't know what the answer is. Maybe you've got it. 03717 22 334. Lots of your calls right after this live and drive on talkSPORT.
The one and the only Martin Keown is in our midst.
Jim, I'm just having a drink out of this bottle. Just to reaffirm, if anyone thought we lost our bottle. There it is.
There it is. Is this the same bottle as that Manchester City fan
and it
was
tastes
glugging
beautiful.
out of?
Tastes beautiful, by the way. So, no, congratulations to the club, firstly, Jim, to the players, the supporters. It's been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of commitment, a lot of energy's gone into it. You lose it 3 times. Something that we did as a group and this group now, just to see them, win the Premier League. Fantastic moment for the club. The supporters, I was at the ground last night. Honestly, the amount of support that was there instantaneously, fans everywhere, Jim. There was about 100,000. They're claiming 100,000 people there last night around the ground. A great moment. Fantastic for Arteta.
Yeah.
You guys questioned him. I felt that this would be the year. And it's proved to be the case. So, very satisfying.
Just to be clear, you were at the Emirates and you were there on Arsenal duty, were you?
I was doing a pitch event. A lot of the clubs do this. And I just thought, I need to stay. I need to keep an eye on this. And it was watch the last 20 minutes. I thought Bournemouth were absolutely magnificent in their endeavour. Just the honesty of this Premier League to win it. I think people are saying it's not the best Arsenal team of all time. But you know what? The Premier League now is so competitive, Jim. Bournemouth, look at what they're achieving. Their manager doesn't even have a club for next season, but look, he's going to leave the club that Bournemouth in the 6th place. So I knew it was going to be tough for City, and I think they ran out of steam in the end. And Pep, I thought maybe that would give them a little bit more energy, a bit more oxygen that the manager announces pretty well that he's going on the day of the game, but it proved not to be enough in the end.
I need you to give me a straight answer to this. Have Arsenal, in your view, been the most discredited champions in recent history?
I don't know if it's the day for it to discuss that.
Oh, yes, it is.
I don't think it is. I think we should look at what Arsenal have achieved.
Bottlers.
What I do know is
they've been discredited in some quarters, and you have not liked that.
Not wig.
It's a nutty canister, either way. I mean, look at the nut on it.
Bob Odenkirk!
Saul was great. He was just a breath of fresh air. Amelia Clark!
Star Wars versus Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, definitely.
Go.
I'm loyal.
Don't tell Alex Hassel!
In season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off.
You do know you did that in season 1.
Exactly, that's true, yes.
Nice music. Strive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, in partnership with Jacobo. Styler brands for every man. Still to come, will we ask what Unai Emery could achieve if he was given £200 million next season?
Just wondering what time Keown's Corner is.
I'm happy for Keown's Corner whenever you want.
When's Keown's
Joe's your man.
Keown's Corner?
Just quickly, referee Michael Salisbury has not been appointed to a game on the final weekend of the season after allowing Man United's goal against Forest stand on Sunday despite Mbumu handing the ball in the build-up.
You know what's funny with that? It almost felt like, because he was the one who went to the screen and said, no, the goal stands. Almost like he wanted his moment. Do you know what I mean? Like he flexing his chest, like,
So
yeah,
bad.
I'll get this right.
So bad.
No,
Right, isn't it? You saw it, I see it. I'm not a ref, you're not a ref. He is completely wrong. Again.
Bottled it, didn't it? It felt like Man United of old that. We need to get all the decisions.
Well, there've been so many like that, haven't there, this season? Should we go to the phone lines? We're talking about Southampton. Was it fair to throw them out of the playoffs? I don't really have the answer to that. Maybe Joe, a Southampton fan, does. Hello, Joe.
Oh, lads, thank you so much for having me on. I'm absolutely raging, to be honest with you. I had it all loaded up towards Benty, but Andy, what you doing, mate? What you doing? You're going against us now as well. Let me tell you, boys.
I'm not going against you. I've seen I've had a bit of clarity. I'm like, you cheated. You cheated, right?
I personally don't think we did, and I'll tell you exactly why.
Factually, you've been found guilty of cheating, right? That's not up for dispute. You have. So if you've cheated and you've gained an advantage to get where you've got, that's not fair on Middlesbrough, is it?
Okay, let me make a point, right? Say, for instance, a Hull player goes down 120th minute after extra time, dives, referee gives a penalty. Are Borough going to go and protest that? Are they going to appeal that? I don't see how this is any worse than when players are going down on the pitch, managers are having team talks with them. Cheating is cheating. It's either good faith and integrity or it's not.
But what you're doing is arguing against a rule that already exists. There is a rule that if you are found cheating, less than 72 hours before a game, something bad will happen. You've broken that rule. You have been found guilty of cheating. Now, if someone dives for a penalty, we've got VAR. If VAR doesn't detect that and you're lucky enough to get a penalty, then so be it. It happens. Right? It happens. You've cheated.
But it didn't affect the outcome. The outcome was still 0-0, and even the Oxford game, we lost.
But how do you know that they wouldn't have won 1-0 in that 0-0?
I don't, but the game finished 0-0, and we can't talk about if, buts, and maybes.
No, we can.
Talk about what happened.
That's exactly what we can do.
What happened was the game finished 0-0.
No, but you don't know if the cheating led to them not conceding.
And also, if, buts, and maybes, there's no if, buts, and maybes. You got caught cheating. So there's no grey area. There's no grey area with that.
I just think it comes into perspective. And like I say, I think we see much worse things on the field of play every single week. But for some reason, some geezer with his iPhone is such a big deal, hiding behind a tree.
Can I ask you, if it was roles reversed, right, and it was a playoff final against Hull, and they beat you 1-0, and you found out that the day before they had someone at your training camp for 6 hours watching you train and watch you on set pieces and heard your team talks and your tactics. They bugged your dressing room and you found out they beat you 1-0 and they did all of that. What do you think should happen to them?
I think there should be some kind of punishment.
What should it be? What should it be? They've stopped you getting to the Premier League.
I think if they had said, look, Southampton are going to start on a minus points deduction if they win.
No. They've beaten. No. They've just beaten you in the playoff final because they tapped your dressing room and heard your tactics.
I think what happens on the pitch should stay on the pitch.
So you're happy with that? You're happy for a team to cheat you out of Premier League football?
Well, I'm sort of, to be honest with you, in terms of outcome, I'm on the fence because I think Hull should really just go up automatically. I don't think there's any integrity in having Borough in the final at all.
Okay, but anyway, you're not answering my question. If a team bugs your dressing room, hears your tactics and cheats to beat you in the playoff final to get to the Premier League, do you think that's okay or that shouldn't stand?
I just think you're making a much bigger deal of it than it needs to be. It was one bloke with an iPhone behind a tree.
Okay, what about Eastleigh? What about when you trained at Eastleigh and they had players in Eastleigh tracksuits?
That was Ipswich.
Yeah, Ipswich. What, is that okay?
No, I don't think any of it's okay. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think we see much worse things on the field of play.
Let me ask you then, Joe. What should your punishment be? What should be sufficient?
Well, I said, I think that if they had just said Southampton will start, whether they're in the Premiership or the Championship, next season on minus 4 points,
that can't happen. No, but that can't. Premier League and EFL, that can't happen. So, like, if you go up, what should happen? Nothing. Because Premier League can't sanction anything that's happened in the EFL.
Then that's the rules of the game, and the rules should have been made clear. Do you honestly believe
So those rules stand?
Bielsa wasn't doing it. Other managers aren't doing it.
So those rules stand because they're the league of the Premier League. You're happy with those rules to stand? But not the other rules that say you get kicked out if you're cheating.
I think it's ridiculous. I don't think anyone should get kicked out. I really don't. I think the whole thing is ridiculous. And I think there's so little integrity in putting Borough in the final.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I'd be even more annoyed about that than I would be about the cheating.
Let me ask you this. Is it possible that by cheating you've stopped Middlesbrough getting to the final? Is that possible?
No, not when the game finishes 0-0.
But that's
Absolutely
a lie.
Not.
But that's a lie. It is possible.
Okay, well, I don't see it because, like I said, with the Oxford game, we're apparently accused of spying on the Oxford game and we lost the Oxford game. So how does that work?
Well, I'm not talking about the Oxford game.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you're either spying to win or you're not. You're either spying to win or you're not. You can't have it both ways.
You can still cheat at poker and not win. They've cheated. It's irrelevant or not if you win. They've cheated. I don't get why you don't understand. It is but to answer the question, it is possible that their cheating has stopped them getting to the final. It is possible. And if that is the case, they should be kicked out. It's that simple, Joe.
Right. Well, like I said, I think that in that case, if we're going to talk about good faith and integrity in football, we have to do it across the board. And like I said, what is to stop if one of the Hull players dives and gets a penalty? Borough then appealing that afterwards.
Well, that's for the ref, because that's during 90 minutes. That's for the ref and VAR to make that call.
Where is the red tape going to end? That's what I'm asking. You know, for the game's gone. If we're kicking teams out of a £200 million final over things like this, the game's gone. It really has.
For cheating.
No, Joe,
I could argue the same about Arteta this year.
No, you couldn't. He hasn't cheated.
We expired on no one.
All anybody is talking about is good faith and integrity when it comes to this.
Joe,
that was the word that they used. Good faith and integrity.
Joe,
we don't see good faith and integrity in football anymore.
Joe, is spying cheating?
It depends.
Okay, in this scenario, is spying cheating?
No, because no one's gained anything from
Southampton
it.
cheated?
No one's gained anything from it. If we'd have spied at both legs, I'd be there with you. I'd be saying to you guys,
Joe,
absolutely.
How do you know no one's gained? Where have you got that? Because that's a lie. How do you know that?
0-0. They had as much chance
they could have lost 1-0
game as we had of beating them.
They could have lost 1-0.
You know, you keep talking about the 0-0, right? But how do we know that they didn't spy on a set play and that's why it remained 0-0? Stop them scoring.
Yeah, you can't argue with the fact. Thanks for your call, Joe. You can't argue with the fact they're cheating.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it. He's a Southampton fan. He's passionate about his team.
Yeah, I get that. But
black and white, and it is harsh. But black and white rules state what they do now that if you cheat within 72 hours, these are the punishments. And unfortunately, there's no way you can kind of
argue with that.
No,
you can't talk about diving. That's a totally separate subject.
Yeah. Listen, we know integrity and football don't really mix. We know that.
Yeah.
But to come justify what Southampton have done there is no.
Yeah, I agree. I could take calls in it all day. Still to come, we'll have more reaction to Arsenal being crowned Premier League champions.
More is that? Oh.
Forgot about that. Time for a bit.
Oh, yeah, wait, in a minute, mate.
Oh, yeah, I'll take you to Batsy.
No, you won't, mate. I'll get you a little snack in a minute. Andy's foot. Can you carry on?
Oh, yeah, is he allowed in the house, this one? Time for a bit, no Googling first. All four of Arsenal's Premier League titles have come with a different shirt sponsor. This year is Fly Emirates. Can you name the other three? What a great question, Nick.
I know one of them, obviously.
What's one of them, obviously?
The other one.
What's that one? Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's more to it than that. The answer, great question, and more coming up live on Drive and Talk Sport after this.
It is a sensational story and so many strands to it. And I've seen a lot of Southampton fans who've come out in condemnation of the club. They say this is the darkest day in their long history. And I think a lot of Southampton fans are quite embarrassed at the way in which their name has been dragged through the mud. As you say, the punishment is immediate expulsion from that playoff final on Saturday, the £200 million game. So they have been stolen of the right to possibly get back into the Premier League the first time of asking, and a 4-point deduction for the start of next season. That's because, as I understand it, the EFL argued that the playoffs needed to be treated as a separate cup competition. Obviously, Southampton admitted spying on Middlesbrough, so that's where that punishment comes from. They also admitted over the course of this hearing with the Independent Commission spying on at least 2 other Championship teams, which is why there's also a points penalty for next season. Southampton appealed it immediately, not because they feel they're innocent, but because they feel the punishment doesn't really befit the crime. One of the things I was told coming out of St Mary's is they feel this is unprecedented. It is, because there isn't a precedent. I know that Marcelo Bielsa escaped with a fine, but it was only after that incident ahead of the Leeds final playoff with Derby that it was put in the rule book. So this is uncharted territory. Southampton have told staff in an email that I've seen from the Chief Executive, Phil Parsons, their legal team are confident they've got a strong case. They're going to keep preparing for this game on Saturday. I don't think it's going to be overturned in terms of Southampton being allowed to play this final. What could happen is a sort of halfway house where the points deduction gets rescinded. But I think there's enough evidence that Southampton will not take their place at Wembley. We're hearing stories of analysts dressing as staff wearing the kits of non-league Eastleigh when Ipswich were using their training ground in order to spy. So this is quite sinister in many ways. This is not just some bloke who's turned up at the Middlesbrough training ground and filmed a few minutes of training. So I think they're banged to rights. I think they've shown very little contrition. I think it's poor that we haven't had a statement from Southampton in the aftermath of this punishment. We still haven't heard officially from the club. Yeah, we're a long way down the line now. Surely they should have had something prepared.
For the first time, Southampton have apologised for the Spygate scandal. Chief Executive Phil Parsons has issued a statement to the fans and to other clubs saying what happened was wrong. But as talkSPORT's Alex Crook discusses, they aren't totally happy.
The key to it really is that while they acknowledge that they have done wrong, Southampton, they've breached EFL regulations, they clearly don't feel the punishment befits the crime. Phil Parsons in this statement says what we cannot accept is a sanction which bears no proportion to the offence. He points to Leeds United.
Saints' appeal will be heard later today. Now, 1 trophy down, 1 to go. If Arsenal do win the Champions League, invincible Martin Keown reckons this team surpasses what the squad achieved in 03-04. The Gunners' trophy parade will take place on Sunday, the 31st of May at 2 p.m. That's the day after the Champions League final, which is live on talkSPORT. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have a chance to create their own bit of history tonight. A first European trophy in 44 years beckons when they take on Freiburg in the Europa League tonight. And club legend Stilian Petrov reckons they will win, and it's all down to Unai Emery.
I mean, you look at where the transition for the club, probably this is the most progressive club in modern football. You know what? The investment, the recruitment, the results, the consistency, everything. And it's down to this man.
The Europa League final is live on talkSPORT tonight from 7 p.m.
talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Arsenal feel very happy today.
Yeah, win.
We're going to hear from him in a minute.
We'll give him a snack in a minute.
What about, I said, can you name the 3 shirt sponsors Arsenal had? Sorry, the other 3. When they won the league. Obviously, you've got Fly Emirates currently. Who are the other 3?
JVC.
Yeah.
O2.
Yeah.
Dreamcast.
10 points if you can tell me the years. JVC.
98.
Yeah, 97, 98.
Yep.
Just 1 year.
97, 98.
Is that all you had, JVC? 1 year? It felt like you
No, never for ages. We had JVC.
Oh, yeah, when you won the league, sorry.
We had when we won the FA Cup and the League Cup was JVC.
Yeah. Sorry, this is when you won the league. My mistake.
Right.
Sega Dreamcast, what year?
It's the Sega Dreamcast.
That's when you won the league. So that's a stupid question.
2002.
Yeah, and the other one's 04. Yeah, okay, fine.
So 04 was Invincible.
Oh, a bit like Benfica, yeah?
Huh?
Like Benfica.
Oh, they win the league, did they?
No, that's what I'm saying. They unbeaten, but they didn't win. It's not that much of an achievement. It just underlined how pointless it is.
What? That you win the league off the back of that?
No, that's what I'm saying. Winning the league's great.
Yeah, so we did
but
both.
Don't go on about unbeaten because they did it.
Yeah, but they didn't win the league.
Well, they did go unbeaten, so anyone can do it.
Did you get a trophy?
Like you got one. Oh, a little gold one.
Hey, we have now, mate.
See, I've got nothing left.
Yeah.
Nothing I can do. We can only go so far with that argument.
Jack, where's the meet?
Right, let's get some more reaction to Arsenal winning their first title in 22 years last night. Alan McCoy's Gabriel Bonhol on the Breakfast Show this morning, live from Istanbul. They were joined by Arsenal legend. You want to hear this, by the way. Arsenal legend, and he is a legend, Liam Brady, as well as the unbearable fan, Piers Morgan.
Yes, well done, Piers. That classic line of the
Game off.
The line.
Last thing I want to say to you is I've got 2 regrets in my football career. One is that I never played in the World Cup, missed out, and the other one is that Piers Morgan is an Arsenal supporter.
Brilliant,
well
Liam.
said.
That's unbelievable. I'm guessing that Liam Brady is probably one of Piers Morgan's idols. Imagine your idol saying that about you.
I know, yeah. I've got no problem with Piers. He's like most fat. I know he's a little bit over the top, but he's just feeling what all Arsenal fans are feeling today. Happy, joyful.
Well, the big names keep coming because after Arsenal's title win last night, Benty caught up. I can only apologise ahead of this with a very, very special guest.
Win, thanks for joining us. Big season. How are you feeling now it's all over?
Tired, mainly. It's emotionally exhausting, carrying a football club on 4 legs. But proud, very proud. Who's a good boy?
A lot of fans say you became the emotional heartbeat of the club this year. Did you feel that responsibility?
Absolutely. Look, when results wobble, people look for leadership. Some players give team talks. I like to stay meaningfully out the car window.
Which player spent the most time with you this season?
Christian Norgard, quiet guy. Always has a bone in his pocket.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, did Mikel Arteta speak to you much throughout the season?
Intensely. Very intensely. At one point, he spent 11 minutes explaining pressing triggers while I was trying to eat a leaf.
Win. I mean, throughout this season, there have been plenty of critics saying Arsenal didn't have the mentality to get over the line. Now you're sitting here like a good boy as a Premier League champion. What would you say to them? And have you got a message for anybody specific?
Well, Andy Goldstein and his stupid little doctored dog spent about 8 months saying we'd bottle it. 8 months? It's about 11 dog years. I hope he enjoys the parade. I certainly will. On the bus, with my head out the window. It's been a rough ride. We'll celebrate with a big bowl of Andy's tears. Stupid little Dr. Scuba Frank.
That's 2 minutes I'll never get back.
Yeah, that'd be...
I get the joke, but like...
That's beautiful.
How long was that? That was
lovely.
So...
Beautiful. Beautiful.
The best bit of that was the pictures. If you watched on YouTube, that was so funny.
Yeah.
That's good. It's one of the best interviews you've ever done, actually. Well done to you.
You know, Win the Dog's a female. You know, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it spelled with a Y?
Such an idiot.
Is it Winifred?
It's what?
Winifred, that'd be it.
But no, that's a great...
Winnie.
I'm looking forward to seeing Win tomorrow, hopefully.
All right. You look like you've got notes, like you've got jokes written down about it.
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
It's just been a very, very nice 24 hours.
Right.
Beautiful.
Do you think that was a good interview?
Yeah, he's brilliant. She's brilliant.
I thought it was quite poor.
You're rubbish. That was rubbish, that.
Better than your ones.
No, listen, win is you know what I mean? Lovely.
Okay.
I'm going to send a voice note from Win to you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah? We'll just call it on the dog and bone.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's touch on another big game from last night. The relegation battle is going to the final day of the season after Spurs were beaten 2-1 at Chelsea. It means they still need a point at home to Everton on Sunday to secure their survival if they lose, and West Ham can move above them with a win at home to Leeds. Now, I'm stunned that Spurs are odds-on favourites now to beat the drop, purely because if they lose and West Ham win, West Ham are up, right? And it's final day of the season. Anything can happen. Of course, they're going to be slight favourites, but like odds-on, I'm stunned. Are you?
Yeah, a little bit, but for whatever reason, that fixture last night, Spurs just can't get a result against Chelsea, regardless of the form or anything. And by the way, what a hit from Enzo Fernandez. Bang!
When that left his foot, I went, what's he hit that for?
And it flew into the corner.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Oh, keeper? Slip skiers, Cundy called him?
Yeah, a little bit. But, yeah, do you know what it is? I think if you're a Spurs supporter or a Spurs player, right, all you need is a point. You've got Everton rolling up. Like, Everton, I've been decent.
Remind me, have you got league table?
Yeah, I mean, Everton haven't been decent for a little while. They got beat by Sunderland 3-1, drew with Palace, drew with City, which was, thank you very much for that. Lost to West Ham, lost to Liverpool, drew with Brentford. That's their last 6 results.
Tell me league table where they are and what they need to get.
So Everton 12th, right?
Right. A win puts them where?
So that takes them to 52 points. That takes them to 9th.
Nice. They've got nothing to play for.
Not really. No, they haven't got nothing to play for. They can't get Europe. So,
does it mean anything to Everton to relegate Spurs?
No.
Everton fans will they be going, I'd love to relegate Spurs? Does it matter?
For them, it's not. It's about a performance through the end of the season. But Spurs have got. If Spurs do their job, don't worry about what West Ham are doing.
I think in both games, it's all about the first goal.
Yeah, but I mean, Leeds are in good form as well. But West Ham have to win. So they're going to have to play a brand of football, go all out, play your best players, your most attacking players, and go and win the game.
I'd rather have to beat Leeds than have to beat Everton.
Yeah, I can understand that. Although there's only 2 points between the two sides.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think will happen?
I think Spurs will stay up. I think Spurs will draw with Everton, and I think West Ham will.
I mean, that's irrelevant then.
Will beat Leeds maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're on the pitch, right, as a Spurs player, and West Ham go one up, does that filter through to you?
Yeah, I've had it before. You feel it.
You do.
Yeah, because you hear that. You hear that kind of.
Where's the roar coming from? It won't be a roar of happiness. It'll be nervous. The crowd will drop, right?
You hear that the groans and then the
and then that energy filters through.
You might get a little clap afterwards, like to kind of energise you. Because you first of all you hear the.
Will they be told at half time?
Sometimes. I mean, you maybe potentially.
If you were manager of Spurs,
yeah,
and you went in and West Ham were 1-0 up, would you tell your players?
Yeah, you'd have to. You should go. Listen, lads, West Ham are winning. But then what's happening was what's our result?
0-0.
We're all right.
Okay, you're 1-0 down.
But then you go, boys, listen, West Ham are winning. Come on, up the levels now, up the levels. But as you're walking off the pitch, you're saying to people, what's the score? What's the score? Like to the subs.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. You'd have someone who's on the bench keep either asking the staff, or keep running inside to the dressing room to check their phone. What's the score?
Okay. Do you think half time in the match matters at all? If West Ham are 1 up, Spurs are 1-0 down, are you then thinking Spurs are favourites to go down?
No, I still think Spurs will get out of it. Yeah.
I just can't imagine a world where Spurs are playing Championship football. I just can't.
And that's the thing. Yeah, but you thought for such a long time they were going to
down. I thought Chelsea relegated.
And I kept saying to you they won't.
And what's nuts? What day is it? Wednesday. Monday we'll know. Monday Spurs could be playing Championship football.
Yeah. And Arsenal might have won that. Oh no, they already have.
Imagine, people say things are written in the stars.
Yep.
Imagine a year where Arsenal win the Premier and Spurs are relegated. I mean, they're the type of things that happen.
Arsenal might win a double.
Yeah. But forget the Champions League. It's sort of irrelevant for this. But imagine Arsenal finish top
and they go down.
Spurs go down. Those sort of things happen in the world.
Oh no! All West Ham would do is take care of their own business, right? Which is win the game, and then if they can get a goal early, that will put. Oh my goodness!
Well, now you've won the Prem. Would you swap Champions League final for Spurs going down?
No.
Would you not?
No.
Some Arsenal fans would.
Not one.
They would. They would.
You're not going to find
0371774. If you're an Arsenal fan that would rather take Spurs go down and you not win the Champions League.
No way.
Because you won the Prem.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You'll find loads.
Hey, we've never won the Champions League ever.
I know, but Spurs have never been in.
I don't care. Arsenal win the Champions League all day, every day.
By the way, I know Spurs have. I'm talking about from the Premier League. Okay, you'll get loads phoning up.
I bet you don't get.
Can we clear the switchboard to Spurs so Arsenal fans can phone up 03717223344 Would you rather Spurs go down than win the Champions League?
That's just sound.
We'll
Even
get one or two
even you
on.
saying that sounds crazy.
Oh, okay. When we come back, we'll have some fun with the best of talkSPORT. A reminder, Aston Villa are playing the Europa League final. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT tonight. Team news for that game will be in our show between now and 7 p.m.
I mean, he's been given 7 years. And of course, during that 7 years, what he's done is incremental progress. There's a little bit of flatlining. I mean, I wrote an article in 2023 saying that they had to spend £250 million to stand still after that first season where they finished second and they blew it themselves. And they did spend £250 million to stand still because they finished second each season. But you've seen the evolution of his thinking. You've seen the evolution of the manner in which it interacts with the media. You've seen the style of play change. Yeah. You've also seen them become more competitive in Europe at the same time because people turn around and say you can't have both. If you're going to do well in the league, you might find yourself being compromised in the Champions League, but they've gone deeper in the Champions League than perhaps some of their predecessors, notably Arsene Wenger, did for significant periods of his time during his tenure. So he's won on most fronts. So you have to give him all of the plaudits that this achievement deserves because the end has justified the means.
What was the defining moment, Danny? Did the signing of Declan Rice appear on that particular list, if you're looking at what really clinched it?
Well, he's been a big factor, but he's been there a little while where they haven't got over the line. So I actually thought this season, the defeat at Arsenal kind of Man City set them free a little bit because then they became the chaser and it was a bit like, oh, nothing to lose, let's go. And they went again. Although they weren't brilliant, it still gave them a new focus and a new impetus.
Well, some thought they'd bottle it after that.
They did because they've done it before. But I think Arteta deserves... When you look at the numbers, which I was looking at last night for the last 4 seasons, the 3 seconds and then the win, this is their most pragmatic season. They've been more... they've scored more goals in previous seasons. They've been more expansive, let's say, better to watch. And he made a conscious choice this season of becoming even more resilient and more difficult to play against.
Yeah.
And that is a brave decision, side, because if it didn't go well,
it can be castigated.
Yeah.
I mean, success in football has an irony because it's often an orphan. It's attributed to one person, and failure has many fathers. In this instance, success has many fathers because I think you can take it back to the decision to break up the dressing room, to get rid of Aubameyang, and to be supported in doing that. For Kroenke to have the penny drop and bring his son into it, so there's day-to-day interaction between the ownership model and the change of direction from being people that were prepared to invest very little to people that are prepared to give the first-team manager the tools to go up against the opposition. So I think all of these things on the way bring out this end result.
Not wig.
It's a nutty canister, either way. I mean, look at the nut on it.
Bob Odenkirk!
Saul was great. He was just a breath of fresh air.
Amelia Clark! Star Wars versus Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, definitely. I'm loyal.
Don't help Alex Hassel!
In season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off.
You do know you did that in season 1.
Exactly, that's true, yes.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Still to come and ask what Emery could achieve it if he was given £200 million to spend next season. Stevie Clarke is close to agreeing a new deal with Scotland manager beyond the World Cup. Time now for this.
Get ready to get the ultimate football fan winning feeling with talkSPORT Win.
Oh yes, with the 2026 FIFA World Cup almost here, thanks to Adidas, the tournament's official match ball sponsor. talkSPORT is sending you and a friend to Dallas, Texas. You could be England's first game against Croatia on June the 17th with return flights, accommodation, spending money, tickets, and, as if that wasn't enough, the official Adidas match ball, the Try-Under, all thrown in. Are you ready to get a winning feeling? Here's how you can enter. For your chance to win, not you win, head to talksportwin.com or text WIN to 83338. Text and online entries cost £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or you can just call 0343 418 7260. Entries must be in by June the 1st this year at 4 p.m. That's when you need to answer your phone with a charged phone if it rings. 18 plus, UK residents only. It's a TalkSPORT promotion, full T's and C's at TalkSPORT Win. So for your chance to win, not you win, text the word WIN, W-I-N. It couldn't be simpler. WIN to 83338 now. Right, time now for this. Yeah, time for the best of talkSPORT. You know what we do here. Let's kick these off with last night's watch-along. It was brilliant. The massive Chelsea fan, Cundy, was alongside the Spurs supporting Jamie O'Hara, who was having a brilliant time, it's fair to say.
I mean, this has got to be one of the worst I've ever done.
This is
up
mate.
there, one of the worst.
55 on the
This
clock.
is worse than divorce, this, honestly.
This is, mate.
This is bad.
Mate.
This is bad. Hold that.
It's got married again, man. I wouldn't say that.
You choose that? You choose that, Jack? I mean, there were better clips than that. It's a great watch-along. Have you got a message to cheer up Jamie today?
Nah, don't worry, I'm out. Listen, Arsenal won the league, but I'm sure you'll stay up.
Okay. What's the first thing you did after Arsenal won the league?
Picked up one of my kids.
What, as the trophy?
As the trophy.
What's your best piece of advice to any couples going through a rough patch?
Stick with it.
Talk it out. Talk it through.
Yeah, just stick with
unless
it. Don't go to bed angry.
No, unless, of course, a better offer comes along. Yeah. I'm joking. Jamie and Jason will be back tonight taking your calls after Aston Villa win the Europa League.
Over to this morning's breakfast show, they were unfortunately joined by Piers Morgan, and he finally decided to turn his camera on.
So I have the mug here. I support Arsenal, and this is the only cup I'll be getting this year. I got sent a lot of those last season and the season before and the season before. I've got a cigar, Monte Cristo, of course. I've got a bottle of champagne here, and I've also got a nice array of newspapers with one word, Gabby, champions.
Is Piers Morgan the most annoying Arsenal fan?
I mean, a lot of people hate him anyway. He's just given those people more of a reason to hate him.
Now that you've won the league... Sorry, this is how it's written. Ready?
Jack.
Now that you've won the league...
Oh, yeah, go on, yeah.
What's the funniest bit of Arsenal banter from the opposing fans?
Maybe I should throw that question to you, Darren. Just move on.
When do you think Noel will come on next?
I don't think he will ever come on again. Not while you're champions. You probably have a 12-month sabbatical.
Tomorrow's breakfast show comes to you live from Istanbul. Super Ali McCoy will once again be alongside Gabby Agbonlo.
Let's finish with the sports spies. Cundy cheering up his good friend O'Hara.
Here's the ultimate day out for Lincoln fans. Chick King outside. Get yourself in early. Get good wings. Get the ribs. Get yourself in there. Get the mega box, and then you go in. Bit of Beavertown action. Good day out, mate. It's called the Sports Bar Special.
No, it's not the Sports Bar Special.
Sports Bar Special.
There's no Sports Bar Special
No,
at
listen.
Chick King.
No, we're in negotiations.
No, there's no negotiations.
No,
You've made up a box.
Lincoln fans, 50% off.
He was very good last night, Cundy. I watched about an hour of the sports bar. It was brilliant. If Drive Time opened a meal box at the Emirates, what would be in it?
Chicken wings.
Yeah. I fancy some now, actually, now you said that.
Peri salted chips.
Yeah.
And a bit of gravy, probably.
A bit of gravy to dunk it all in. Which company would you want to sponsor the box? What would you call it?
Which company would I want? Jordan. Like the Michael Jordan.
Oh, fine. Okay, I thought you. We saw Cundy get a Jamie O'Hara mask. Whose face should be on the next one?
One with yours on it.
Why would that annoy him?
It was quite funny, though, wasn't it?
I think he needs to get something to do with the
You
championship.
could wind him up about the breakfast show. I think is how.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah. For more Cundy, you can download 21 Minutes to Go. A new episode drops tomorrow.
He's not on that anymore. He's letting that go, man.
Cundy?
Yeah.
He wants to do it.
He's like,
Obviously his favourite one.
Encouraging Signs is the one.
Yeah, it sounds like that's for people with problems, doesn't it? 21 Minutes to Go. Download that. And, of course, you can find all of our shows on the TalkSPORT app. We twipe between TalkSPORT and TalkSPORT 2, so you never miss a moment. Right, never missing a moment. You don't want to miss the Europa League final tonight. It's live on TalkSPORT. Aston Villa against Freiburg. We'll talk about that when we come back. Villa fans, you can have your say. Can we clear the switchboard, please, so Villa fans can get on? 03717223334. Team news in the next hour. That's most important. Team news coming up. And a bit of IMDb. And the end of show quiz. What a great hour. Last hour of drive time coming up right after this.
He's going to make the change.
Oh my God, Mwani's one of the worst players I've ever seen. He's just give the ball straight to Cole Palmer. He's give the ball straight to Cole Palmer. We're going to go 2-0 down. I'm telling you, we're going to go 2-0 down. I told you! I told you!
I'm the Chills!
You can see it!
Chills! Can you believe it?
You can see it happening! You can see it happening!
I'm the Chills! I'm the Superids! I'm the Chills! 2-0 Super Blues!
It's a joke!
Get in!
It's a joke! You can see it a mile off! Get in! I can tell you! I told you! We'll go 2-0 down! I told you! We would make a mistake! Mwani, get out of our club!
I'm the Chills! 2-0! Ball's given away! Cole Palmer! Who give that? Ball goes out
Mwani's
the right
giving
side.
straight to Cole Palmer!
Ball comes in.
Honestly! This team is absolutely garbage! This team is so bad! It's unbelievable! It is so bad! I said to you, as soon as them subs, I said to you, Jace, as soon as them subs started to get their shirts off, I said, we'll go 2-0 down. Pointless. De Zerbi, you should have made the change 10 minutes ago. Mwani's one of the worst footballers I've ever seen in a Spurs shirt. Get him out of our club. Honest to God. Look, they're standing on the side of the pitch waiting to come on. I said it. We'll go 2-0 down. What happens? 2-0. We are a disgrace. We're a disgrace of a football club. We deserve to be in the Championship. Honestly, mate. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this in my life. This team is absolute guff. They are guff all over the park. Guff. It is disgusting how bad this team is. It's disgusting.
Up Chelsea.
I cannot believe this team I'm watching. I cannot believe this team. How do I support this team? They are terrible.
Well, Matt, to last hour, Drive and Talk Sport. Me and he, and me and he.
6-7.
Oh, yeah, we're at that hour, 6-7. 6-7 hour. All those kids out there, what time is it? 6, what hour? 7, 6-7. Kids love this hour, Drive, 6-7. That's still a thing, 6-7, they moved on. Do you know what I was told? This is true. The new 6-7 is 4-1. Did you know that? 4-1. 4-1. That's true.
Okay.
I don't know why. Still to come, we'll bring the latest edition of IMDb. Up this morning, what time?
4 a.m.
Got a film?
I have indeed.
Good. But now it's time to preview tonight's European football action with our wonderful friends at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Aston Villa's night of nights.
It's a new chapter forward to play one final.
Their first European final for 44 years. Oh,
This will be a huge justification of the Unai Emery era, which has been the best era I've known.
Get this team Champions League football again and to a cup final. I think he's top 5 managers in the world.
But I do believe that this is the time.
You look where they are in the league, you look what they're capable of in this particular competition. This could be a fantastic season for Villa.
McGinn on his left foot. Oh, what a finish from John McGinn.
We were in the Conference League 2 seasons ago. The dream was to get to the final. We didn't achieve it. Champions League last season, the dream was to get to the final. We didn't achieve it.
Just have to stand and applaud Aston Villa. This is the perfect send-off for the trip to Istanbul.
Can't wait for this. Aston Villa will aim to win their first major trophy since 1996 tonight as they head to Istanbul for the Europa League final. It's going to be tough. They're up against Freiburg, a Freiburg side looking to win their first major silverware in their club's history. The Villa gaffer Unai Emery has been speaking to the media. He said he's impressed with his side reaching the Europa League final and already qualifying for the Champions League.
And we are competing in the Premier League, achieving the Champions League position, and now playing this final. I was worried at the beginning of the season, really worried. And I was always trying to find solutions in each moment. And I needed the players. I needed as well the work we did and the reaction we did. And we are here for it. But obviously, we did it together.
I can't wait for this. I think it's going to be a great game of football. I love the way Villa are playing at the moment. If Unai Emery wins this will be his 5th Europa League final, which is insane. Where does that put him? I think one of the voices we heard in that audio package was Gabby, and he said he's in the top 5 managers of the world. If he does win tonight, where does that put him amongst the best?
Yeah, listen, I think he's up there with the elite managers anyway. I mean, listen, he's not Enrique, he's not Pep, but he's probably in the bracket below that. Like, 5 Europa League titles is insane. Like, he's won, obviously, domestic trophies at PSG as well. If he then does it with Aston Villa, I almost feel like Villa are not Liverpool, Manchester United, that type, Arsenal, that type of club, size club. They're not, right? But I almost feel like for Unai Emery, when he's working with a club this type of size, like Villarreal, Sevilla, Villa, he seems to kind of drip dry every ounce out of them, and he finds them to find something from somewhere for them to get over the line and win, obviously, big trophies. So that's why, unless it's going to be a huge, massive job like a Real Madrid, which doesn't look like it's going to happen, or Barca, like why would he go anywhere? I mean, Liverpool's the one that I heard people talk about this morning, and that would make sense to me. He'd go to Liverpool because it's a big
Why do you think it didn't work when he went to Arsenal?
Wrong place, wrong time. That's all it is. It's like David Moyes is a good manager. He followed Fergie. Unai Emery followed Wenger. Same thing.
You think so?
Yeah. If he'd have come in now,
I don't see David Moyes. Like, Unai Emery could win 5 Europa Leagues, right? That, for me, puts him above David Moyes.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So 2 totally different levels of management.
But still wrong place, wrong. When you've been spoiled, as Manchester United were for such a long time with Fergie, and Arsenal were with Wenger, although the last few years were a little bit toxic, the club's stuck in its ways. It's over 20 years stuck the same way. When you try and bring someone else in who tries to, in one summer, rip it all up, this is not going to work. This doesn't work.
We discussed what Arteta's managed to achieve after being allowed to spend nearly £1 billion. If Unai Emery was given, 250 million pounds in the summer, what do you think he could do with Aston Villa?
Well, they can't spend it. They'll have to sell players.
No, but if he was given that money,
what, they could just do what he wanted with it?
Yeah,
of course he could turn him into a juggernaut of a team. Because
you think so?
Yeah, because he won't have to lose any players.
Yeah,
he could bring in strength and depth. They still need a few I think there's a few still positions. And with his recruitment and the way that he coaches, yeah, Villa would be. He's got them playing now. They're a force now without the 200 million.
Yeah.
So then, if then add 200 million into the equation, they're going to be even better.
Where do you think they lack? Maybe where would they strengthen? In the goalkeeper, they've got one of the best on the planet, right?
Yeah, but I think even he started to make a few mistakes here and there, but he's still top. Left back, Lucadinha, I think he's good, but no pace. You can get at him defensively. You might even maybe look at another centre half potentially.
So are you talking about everywhere in that team?
Not everywhere. I mean,
up front they've got Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, maybe got Tammy Abraham as well.
Yeah.
So that's fine. You've got Morgan.
Is that enough? Those two?
Yeah, I mean you can't add any more to that.
No, okay.
You've got John McGinn, Morgan Rogers, Buendia. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think the squad's there, but it's about additions. I think left back would definitely be one for me.
You mentioned Morgan Rogers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do expect there to be a lot of transfer activity this summer.
Yep.
What are their chances of keeping hold of him? How important is a game like this tonight for them? They've already got Champions League football anyway.
Yeah, but it's important. But also, you've got to find what are they going to want for him. Say they want 100 million for him, you've got to find someone to pay the 100 million.
Yeah.
Or he's not going anywhere. And that's not the worst thing in the world because Aston Villa are a good football club. But Morgan Rogers he's got all the ability in the world. I think this is like the main stage for him. Like it's a final. It's a European final. We know it's not the Champions League final, but it's the second biggest European competition there is. We've seen him play well for England. We've seen him play well for Aston Villa. But it's almost like we always talk about moments, don't we? And we compare some of the best players, and there's always arguments. You talk about what big moment. Like Bruno Fernandes, for instance, people talk about where's his big moment when he's had the opportunities in finals. Where's his big moment?
Yeah.
But Morgan Rogers, it almost feels like, okay, this is your time now. Show us why people rate you as highly as they do.
You've played for Aston Villa, right?
Yeah.
Do you get the feeling when you're there as a player they are a sleeping giant?
Yeah. When I first got there, I didn't realise how big the club was until I got there. Like, I didn't live in the Midlands. I rarely spent any time in the Midlands. And then when I first got to the football club and you walk through the corridors, I mean, it's plush stadium as well. Beautiful, old-fashioned.
Is it?
Yeah, beautiful inside.
Okay.
You've got the Champions League right by the tunnel where you walk out.
Champions League what?
Trophy.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Right by the trophy as you walk out?
As you walk up to the pitch. It used to be they put it right in the middle now, but it used to be like on the side. So that was always there, the Champions League trophy. And when you walk upstairs, you see some of the...
Sorry, before you move on, how inspiring is that for you when you walk past that? Do you feel like duty-bound to play better for that club because they were champions of Europe? What does that do to you, seeing it as a player?
Not so much, but you then understand, bloody hell, this is where this club was. They was conquering Europe at one point or another.
Yeah.
So, and then you walk upstairs, you've got the corridors, the pictures of some of the players that have played there. It's just a really, really nice. And then my first couple of days out and about in Birmingham, like the amount of people that come up to me, Villa fans, like, oh my goodness. And then all of a sudden, they seem to pop up everywhere. I come to London to see family, or in central London. I'm a Villa fan, Benny, how you doing? You're right. They're just everywhere, Villa fans. Huge. It's a huge football club, and they are a sleeping giant. And you probably said they've underachieved in terms of the size of the club. Where
96 was the last time they won a trophy.
Right. That for a club that size, they've underachieved, and they spent a bit of time in the Championship. I think now with Unai Emery, if he stays there for a while, I think you'll start to see more trophies potentially start to come through the door.
Let me ask, because we saw Leicester, right? Leicester won the Premier League, a much smaller club financially than Leicester, than Aston Villa,
Who's
right?
this?
Leicester,
yeah,
right? But they won the Premier League. Is it inconceivable to think that if Unai Emery stays there for the next 2-3 seasons, they could challenge?
No, but again, what Leicester did was we'll probably never see again but also what you have to remember is some of the signings that Leicester made, we didn't know what they would become.
No.
And so the recruitment for Leicester, I think, is the key to this because they get Vardy, who turns into, he's a Premier League great. Kante is, for me, the best holding midfield player to ever play. You've got Riyad Mahrez, who's absolutely top. They're this unbelievable kind of work ethic. They all played for each other. They all worked hard. They had great team shape. And everything just fit for them as well. I think they rarely had any injuries that season as well. But you can't take anything away from them. I just think with Villa, could they do it? They could do it because it's been done before. Do I think they'll do it over the next couple of years? No, I don't. Because I think Arsenal will get stronger. Manchester United under Michael Carrick will get stronger. Man City, regardless whether Pep leaves or not. Pep leaves this summer, they've still got an array of players that you go, I'm going to start with Shirky and Doku and Semenyo, Haaland.
Yeah.
You expect Chelsea to be better at some point. Spurs won't be this bad for a while. Newcastle have had an off-season. So there are clubs where you go, Liverpool, I didn't mention them. That's 7. Do you know what I mean? So...
You're saying it's virtually impossible?
I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just don't think they will in the next couple of years, no.
No, okay. How do you think it's going to go tonight then? It's live on talkSPORT. What do you see happening?
I think it'll be quite a nerve-wracking first part to the game. And then I think Villa would start to get their foothold in the game. And in my head, I've just got John McGinn scoring a goal.
Yeah, I have as well.
Yeah, and then really taking over the game.
Yeah, that first goal's so important.
Yeah. But again, for these Aston Villa football players, to go on and win a European trophy, and I've said it before, I think for Unai Emery, what the job he's done at Aston Villa when he took over from Steven Gerrard is a 9.9. And the reason why it's not a 10 is because this last little piece, can he bring a trophy to a club like Aston Villa, who should be in the mix for trophies every single season? If he does that at a club the size of Aston Villa, I just don't know what else he could achieve for people to go, he's top. Like, again, I don't think they're going to win the Champions League, although they got quite far when they lost to PSG. I don't think they'll win it. But if they go and win this trophy, if you get out an FA Cup and a League Cup for Aston Villa should be minimum every season. That should be the aim every year.
Yeah.
Every single season.
Would you say this is the biggest trophy he realistically can win for that club?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What do you think Europa's bigger than FA Cup because of the of the Champions League?
Yeah, I do. Do you? But personally, I'd rather win the FA Cup because I love the history of it.
Yeah.
But I think as the second biggest European trophy.
Yeah.
I think without a shadow.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I'd guess so. But I just think it's important for him if he can win this one, the first one, then Aston Villa takes kind of the monkey off the back, and then they go again and try and get the next one.
What will the score be tonight, D?
3-1 Villa.
All right. Reminder, it's live on talkSPORT Boys on the Sports Bar. We'll take your calls after it. That was a look at tonight's European action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
What about him, Max Dallman, the youngest ever Premier League winner?
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is he, 12 at the moment, eh?
Honestly.
He's got his art exams coming up soon. Unbelievable. Right, we'll take your calls. Villa fans, how are you feeling tonight? And also, if Unai Emery was given a war chest of £200 million, realistically, what could he achieve? 03717223334. Villa fans, my switchboard is waiting for your call. Don't let me down.
Spurs. You're about to win hell of a beating. Can you hear me? The Europa League champions do me a favour. Jude Law, Chicky. Can you hear me, Chicky? You're about to win hell of a beating. Can you hear me, Roberto Dispersi? You're about to win hell of a beating. Roberto Dispersi. You're about to win hell of a beating. Big Cockrell, Ron Weasley, Beaverton Brewery. Can you hear me, Jamie O'Hara? Can you hear me, Jamie O'Hara? You're about to win hell of a beating. Can you hear me? Encourage inside. Can you hear me? Encourage inside. Can you hear me? Encourage inside. You're about to win hell of a beating. The SA side. Look at the ball. Gibbs White side. Adele, Lord Sugar, Tadarius the Pooh. Can you hear me, Tadarius the Pooh? You're about to win hell of a beating. Tadarius the Pooh. Tadarius the Pooh. Tadarius the Pooh. Can you hear me, Tadarius the Pooh? You're going to win hell of a beating.
I can't believe you've just pulled out them two masks. I cannot believe what I've just seen. And we get beat 2-1 at the bridge again, mate.
O'Hara.
Oh, mate.
O'Hara's got an imps mask. He's got his,
I can't believe you've got an O'Hara mask. You're sneaky, you lot. Yous are so bad. Honestly, yous are horrible. I don't know why I work here. This is unbelievable stuff. All the stuff I do for this station, and that's how I get treated.
What do you mean?
You go and order an O'Hara mask and wear it on the night that Spurs get beat against Chelsea.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking
about.
Mate,
take the mask off. Please, take the mask off, mate. I can't.
Is it Jay?
Oh,
Jay.
What a bad night, mate.
Mate, listen, you drew the second half, mate.
Oh, mate, don't start.
Don't
start. I knew it was going to be bad.
Listen, I don't know why you fall out at me over this. You drew the second half. And to be fair, I like the way that you kept booting the ball out of play just to keep the score down. Because goal difference might come into it, mate. You never know.
not wig.
It's a nutty canister, either way. I mean, look at the nut on it.
Bob Odenkirk! Saul was great. He was just a breath of fresh air. Amelia Clark!
Star Wars versus Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, definitely.
Go.
I'm loyal.
Don't tell
Alex Hassel!
In season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off.
You do know you did that in season 1.
Exactly, that's true, yeah. Sorry.
June, when I'm Jack. What banger this is, by the way, isn't it?
Do you know someone put here right about holding midfield player Vieira King? Yeah, but Vieira wasn't a holder. He was back then.
Box to box.
Yeah, box to box. He was unbelievable. But Kanté, wow.
Is that it? I thought you were gonna. Oh, well done. It's Driver talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent over there in partnership with Giacomo Silent Rounds for every man. Still to come, bring the latest edition of IMDb. Come on, what time's that? Half past. We've got 10 minutes for that. I can't wait for that. Just quickly, referee Michael Salisbury has not been appointed to a game on the final weekend of the season after allowing Man United's goal against Forest to stand on Sunday despite Mbumu handling the ball in the build-up. That was a lot, wasn't it? Right, let's take your calls on all things Unai Emery and Aston Villa. One of the questions we asked, if he was given £200 million, what would be the limit for Aston Villa? Kevin is a Villa fan. All right, Kev, how you going?
What's going on, lads? You all right?
Yeah, where are you? Are you watching the game tonight, Kev?
I'm watching it at home. I live down in Kent, in a place called Ashford.
Oh, I know Ashford, yeah.
Ashford in Kent.
I know it.
Yeah. So I'm on that bloody Operation Brock at the moment, so doing 50 mile an hour. So, but hey ho, I just want to say to the boys up the Villa, and a fantastic achievement. Bentley, you are a bit of a liar. You did live in town because you lived opposite me. You lived in the jewellery quarter because my dad was your concierge. So just to say, that's a lie, mate.
No, who said I didn't live in the Midlands?
Oh, I thought you did, Bentley. I thought you said you didn't live in Birmingham.
No, I said that I hadn't spent much time in Birmingham before I got to Villa.
Oh, all right. Do apologise. I was going to say because my dad used to do your concierge in town in the jewellery quarter.
Honestly, come on, coming in, throwing haymakers and got it completely wrong.
Yeah, slinging them. Anyone else you want to accuse of doing something?
Jamie O'Hara couldn't afford the apartment that you was living in, Bentley, when he joined over at from I think he was at Wolves.
I bet he could with the deal he was given at Wolves. He could buy an old block.
He couldn't, let me tell you.
O'Hara was given a ridiculous deal.
No, Bentley could.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, moving on to
your dad spoke a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey? No secrets with your dad.
Absolutely. Well, I used to live directly opposite him, so that's what it was. But anyway, moving on to the Villa, the most important thing. Yeah. If we had the money, personally, I'd go back in for Rashford. I think he'd done amazing at the Villa. And just putting it out there, I don't think he can get a game for Man City at the moment. I'd go in for Phil Foden. I think they're the two players. I don't think we'd buy Phil Foden, but I definitely think we could get his wages. I think we could have him on loan, 100%. And I think we'd be attractive to him. You'll get game time. I think it would be a definite option. And I think where we're lacking is our wingers. I think Leon Bailey will be gone. Gesson was gone anyway. The other boy, Marlon, has gone. So we've got the money in wages. So me personally, I'd be going in for the both of them. I really would. I do think we need a central midfielder. I know it didn't work out with Harvey Elliott, so I'd be going after another centre midfielder. But the good thing is we've got a World Cup year, and I think there's going to be a lot of scouts.
Do you know what's crazy? He made a good point there about Kevin. Made a good point there
Thanks,
about Phil Foden. I'm fascinated to see what's going to happen there because at Man City, his whole education has been Pep.
And Pep's leaving, yeah.
And Pep's leaving. I am fascinated because all of a sudden, the handbrake might come off and he might turn and everyone might go, oh my goodness gracious, wow.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
So,
just quickly, I'm seeing on my screens Arsenal, obviously, everyone outside there. Are you going Sunday?
What, to Palace? No.
You're not going to see the trophy being lifted there?
It's at Palace. No.
Oh, it's at Palace, isn't it?
Palace,
of course it is. Yeah, of course it is.
No, but they're there for my kids for the parade, though.
Are you taking them, are you?
Yeah.
You on a bus?
No. I'm going to speak to someone tomorrow about where I can stand at the parade.
Because you're going to Arsenal tomorrow. Yeah. Okay.
Bucket hats, new shirts, the lot. They get treated.
That costs you a fortune. Steve's a Villa fan. Hi, Steve-O.
Hey, guys. How we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Like buzzing tonight. My lad's at the same age I was when we won the Coca-Cola Cup. So, like, seeing him going through those kind of emotions now, like, it's amazing. And what Unai's done for the club is just, it's incredible. Like, I think if you ask your average Joe Bloggs, everyone loves a bit of the Villa. And what he's created over the past few years, where we were at in that Gerrard period of time to where we are now, it scares me what will happen to him in the future because look at, there's big clubs looking for big managers and he ticks so many boxes. I hope we can keep hold of him, but it's just a really exciting time to be a Villa fan. And my son Isaac and his mate Rory, they're coming together to watch it tonight and to kind of, it's just a really exciting time, don't you think?
I think it is, and I think Unai Emery is a top manager. And I just wonder, what do you think he's going to have to keep doing, or the club's going to have to keep doing to keep kind of match his ambition to make sure that he stays? Because as you said there are some big jobs that are going to become available, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's at the top of many of those clubs' shopping lists.
It's absolutely essential that we make Champions League this year. If we didn't make Champions League this year, I think that it was likely we're going to get at least another year out of him. And then I think it's all going to be dependent on how we do in the Champions League this year. Give him some money. Hopefully the purse strings are loosened a little bit, and we can bring in some big announcements. Your chat beforehand made a great point about World Cup year. We're going to see some people coming into the limelight, opportunities to get some early bids on those players. But if we can have a big year in the Champions League next year, I can't see why we can't then grow and maybe keep him for another 2-3 years. We've got to be realistic. There's going to be a bigger club coming from at some point. But if we can get 2 more years out of Unai, I think the sky is ours. We could go so far.
Do you know what, Steve? It's a really good call, right? So hi, average Joe Bloggs here. I don't love Villa. Because he said every Joe Bloggs.
Steve is a Villa fan from one to another. Hello, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, great show as always.
Thanks, man. How you doing? Are you excited, nervous? How you feeling tonight?
Petrified. I just hope the Villa that turn up tonight are not the Villa that turn up against Go Ahead Eagles.
You hope what? So we can't really hear. Are you on speakerphone?
No. Let me try and get that signal. I just hope the Villa team that turn up tonight are not the Villa team that played Go Ahead Eagles, where we got done.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see that performance.
No, I don't think he'll allow that to happen.
No, I think Unai's got them tuned. On the question, will Unai stay? I've just finished the Guillaume Balaguer book. I'd read that before you pass any comments about Unai's future because he's intertwined with the owners. I think he's there long term. But tonight is make or break for us. You know, this is the gates of the Holy Land.
The only thing I'd say about that, Stephen, you're right, he's intertwined with them. But if Real Madrid come calling and they say they want Unai Emery, I don't think that intertwine will be.
Yeah, I don't think tonight is make or break for Villa. No, I don't think so. We've got time for one more. Producer Joe says no because we've got team news coming up. It's a very good point. Still to come, we'll have team news, as I just told you ahead of that final.
Arteta,
I was just looking at that. There's a picture of Mikel Arteta in December 2019 when he joined Arsenal. It's amazing what 7 years at a football club can do.
I mean, he still looks great there, and he looked great.
Oh, yeah, weird his hair's not changed, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's got good head of hair.
Lego head. Time for a bit no Googling. Who do you think's got better hair, me or Arteta?
Arteta, easy. Well, you got a little mullet going at the back.
I know, because it needs a cut. Quite like that.
Look that way. No. Yeah, look. Look at the mullet cut at the back. Yeah, there.
Is it mullet?
Yeah.
Had it cut like, yes, it grows so quick. Sorry. Max Dowd is now the youngest player to win the Premier League, 16 and 144 days. Whose record has he beaten? Who's the youngest before Dowman?
Oh.
You like that? No, not your guy.
What, Ranieri?
No.
Why
don't you listen?
Youngest to score a goal?
No.
What was it?
I'm not telling you.
No, read the question.
No, I'm not telling you. People listening would have been listening.
No, read the question.
Who's the youngest player to win the Premier League before Dowman won it?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Wazza?
No. I'm glad you got it wrong. You're a disgrace. Team news ahead of a wonderful night for Aston Villa right after this.
I met Arteta for the first time in October in a restaurant randomly. And I said to him, we're going to win the league because you've got the squad now that you've wanted. It's your vision. These are your guys. They played with your values. And I am certain we're going to win the league. And, you know, this is all on Mikel Arteta. I absolutely take my hat off to this guy. He has worked his process, worked his project to now the ultimate fruition. And I think he's been absolutely brilliant. And I was one of the doubters early on. First 2 seasons, we lost 13 league games each season. I was one of those thinking he's too young, it's too early for him, it's too big a job. And then I remember like early 2023 doing a whole apology in the Sun to Mikel. And from that moment on, for the next 3.5 years, I've absolutely bought in to what he's doing because I could see what he was doing. And I just think Mikel Arteta, I want a statue, at least one statue of you. And I want a second statue of that idiotic Manchester City fan who did the bottle stunt because he must be feeling like the biggest mug in Britain right now.
Piers, I've got a question for you, mate. Fantastic Arsenal winning the...
Yeah, I mean, what about a public apology? What about just apologising to me?
Well,
and
before we get, I want to come in here.
What for?
I want to come in here as referee, if I may. As referee, Piers, I think it's only fair. I mean, 2 words I never thought I'd associate with Piers Morgan are humble and pie, right? But we've got that from you this morning with Mikel Arteta. So I think it's only fair I give the floor to my man on my left-hand side, Gabby.
Arsenal fans, everyone out there who supports Arsenal, I apologise for mocking the season. Calling you bottlers. Great team, great fans, great football club. I apologise.
Brilliant. Well done. Piers, I want to ask you, mate, you
where's
touched
that
on it.
utterly useless half-wit Ahara who must be, I mean, how much is he feeling? Because I kept saying to you guys, I kept saying we were going to win the quadruple, and you didn't really understand what I meant.
For the first time, Southampton have apologised for the Spygate scandal. Chief Executive Phil Parsons has issued a statement to the fans and to other clubs saying what happened was wrong. But as talkSPORT's Alex Crook discusses, they aren't totally happy.
The key to it really is that while they acknowledge that they have done wrong, Southampton, they've breached EFL regulations, they clearly don't feel the punishment befits the crime. Phil Parsons in this statement says what we cannot accept is a sanction which bears no proportion to the offence. He points to Leeds United.
Saints' appeal will be heard later today. Now, 1 trophy down, 1 to go. If Arsenal do win the Champions League, Invincible Martin Keown reckons this team surpasses what the squad achieved in 03-04. The Gunners' trophy parade will take place on Sunday, the 31st of May at 2 p.m. That's the day after the Champions League final, which is live on talkSPORT. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have a chance to create their own bit of history tonight. A first European trophy in 44 years beckons when they take on Freiburg in the Europa League tonight. And club legend Stilian Petrov reckons they will win, and it's all down to Unai Emery.
I mean, you look at where the transition for the club, probably this is the most progressive club in the modern football. You know what? The investment, the recruitment, the results, the consistency, everything. And it's down to this man.
The Europa League final is live on talkSPORT tonight from 7 p.m.
I'm a Newcastle fan.
Don't know who this is.
Hopefully they get stuffed tonight.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Black Sabbath, Birmingham.
Is that
They don't really
Aussie
win.
boys? Obviously so.
Who?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy, yeah. Fullback asked the question. Before Dowman became the youngest Premier League winner at 16, who was 17 and won it?
Foden.
How old was he? 17, how many days?
136.
No, 371 days. For us at 7, Adrian Durham hosts live coverage of Aston Villa against Freiburg in the Europa League final. Would you believe it, by hook or crook, we have managed to link up with Adrian Durham. He joins us now to look ahead to it. Aid, good evening to you.
Good evening from Istanbul, Andy and Darren. You've just missed the Villa fans' full voice singing hi-ho Aston Villa. Players on the pitch. Freiburg have arrived as well. Actually, the Freiburg fans have been in really early. They're in great voice too. They're renowned, those fans, for making a noise. So it'll be a wall of noise from... There you go. There you go. All in tune as well.
That's AI, that's not real. That's AI.
Aston Villa.
Hey, I've got to say, listen, forget all that. We'll get to that in a minute. But Jenny, you want to congratulate the Arsenal fan base for them winning the league?
Oh, it's about time, yeah. Well done.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'll take that. That's what I needed. All those lovely gooners that loved you on the plane, Aid, over to Madrid.
Can they do it in style next time? That'd be great.
Oh. You know what? If ever the expression "through gritted teeth" was used, it was that, wasn't it? About time, well done. Jeez.
You can clip this up. I love Arsenal.
Yeah.
I love the fact they're champions. Love them.
That is AI, let me tell you now. Right, let's talk about Aston Villa tonight. They're favourites. How strong favourites are you? Can you really get strong favourites in a final between two sides like this, Aid?
Well, I think that, especially in a final, anything can happen over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It all sounds a little bit cliche, but you know that Freiburg will be so fixed on this game and on the opponents as well, that I think that they might have special plans for certain individuals within the Villa side. So you can't say with any real conviction or certainty it's Aston Villa. What I can say is that, yeah, come on, this is Aston Villa. They've had some great results. Just over a year ago, they beat Paris Saint-Germain at Villa Park. You know, they're capable of producing. Last couple of games, they've scored 4 against Liverpool, 4 against Forest. They've been absolutely brilliant. So Freiburg finished 7th, but they finished miles off Bayern Munich at the top of the table. So on paper, everything points towards Aston Villa, but I think it's a really exciting final. 2 sets of fans excited to be here. It's going to be so good.
I think that's the thing you just said there, Aid, because when I look at Aston Villa, the last 3 games, they've scored 10 goals. Now, I'm not quite sure that Freiburg can live with that, and especially with the way the form Watkins is in. I thought McGinn against Liverpool was absolutely sensational. I just can't see how Freiburg can contain Villa's attacking talent.
Yeah, listen, I think you're right. And in John McGinn, I spoke to him last night at the press conference, asked him how he's got so confident in front of goal. Because you tell me, Banter, you were brilliant in front of goal. You were a finisher. When he had those goals he scored recently, he looks so natural. He looks like a number 9. He's just calmly stroking the ball one side of the keeper. Then the next goal is the other side of the keeper. Taking it first time, looking so assured. This is the peak of his abilities right now, John McGinn. And this could be one of the biggest nights of his life, never mind his career. So I think everything's set up. Goal-wise, I think Ollie Watkins back in form as well. Morgan Rogers has hit a bit of form. If Unai Emery gets his position right on the field, I think he could be sensational tonight. But yeah, I mean, listen, if Villa play to their max, I don't think Freiburg will be able to keep up with them.
Go on then, Abe, what will the score be?
I actually predicted 3-0 to Aston Villa. So, you know what, I'm going to stick with that. I have been thinking Freiburg might nick a goal, but I'll stick with my original 3-0 Villa.
I really do think it's going to be a fantastic game tonight, end to end. I think there'll be a lot of goals as well. Aid, enjoy it. Keep up the great work. We'll speak to you soon.
Love you. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. We'll have team news, a reminder, team news ahead of that game tonight in about the next 10 minutes, maybe even less, actually. You never really know with the Europa League final, but we'll have it in tonight's show. Right, time now for this, everyone.
Can't really sleep, so I put on Moonraker. I'm in the middle of rewatching Spartacus. I'll blow the bloody doors off. Watch a bit of Trisha in the morning. IMDb.
Yes, our random feature IMDb, where every week our own DB, Darren Bent, talks us through what he's been watching when he wakes up randomly, bizarrely, at 4 a.m. every morning and can't get back to sleep. I know Chris Evans, the legend that is down the hallway, is a big fan of this part of the show. Right, so he'll be listening. Will he be happy? What are you doing?
And it's like up.
What were you adding? You had 3 fingers out. What were you doing? What were you adding up? What were you adding up? 1, 2, 3. No. I'd love to know what you're adding up there.
No, you're gonna.
3. Right, now, where are we at? Yeah, last week on IMDb, Benty, I wasn't here for this.
What was you?
I was on Breakfast Show, Saving the Nation. Got to get the numbers up. You gave your highest rating yet. Kickboxer.
Yeah.
Scored a huge 8.6 out of 10.
Great film, that. Van Damme.
What did you wake? What time did you get up this morning?
4 o'clock. Actually, it was 3:49 when I checked my phone.
Okay. And did you get excited? You get excited now when you wake up?
No, I'm thinking I wish I could just go to sleep.
No, you're not. You're thinking.
Remember, I only watched about 20 minutes of it because then I did go back to sleep.
Okay. What'd you watch?
Demolition Man. Oh my goodness.
Why did you choose it? Tell me what you.
My brain, maybe because throughout the week we spoke about dungarees.
Oh yeah.
Wesley Snipes.
We have.
And subconsciously I went, let me find it on Amazon. I'd already bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demolition Man. Wesley Snipes, Sylvester Stallone. Came out in 1993.
What's the premise of the film?
So basically,
don't look at it.
No, but I'd like to just kind of. Sylvester Stallone is a cop called John Spartan.
Right.
And he goes up against the evil crime lord Simon Phoenix, which is Wesley Snipes.
Simon
Phoenix, that's his name, right?
Terrible name.
Yeah, right.
For a baddie. Simon Phoenix. Sounds like an accountant.
Yeah, Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix. You sure you got it right?
So basically, Stallone goes into to save some hostages.
Simon got them.
No, Simon's got the hostages, but he says he hasn't.
In the accounts department, he's got them.
Right.
Yeah.
So Stallone drops in there to try and save them, and he can't find them. So he's like, there's no hostages. Whereas he's hid them, and then
Simon's hid them.
Simon Phoenix has hid them, but they're all dead. Right. Sorry. So
no, it's not real. It's not a documentary.
Yeah, they're all dead. Right. So they both get sent to prison. Obviously, he arrests Simon Phoenix, and they send.
Just call him Simon. It's better.
Yeah, Snipes. Stallone arrests Snipes.
No, Simon's better. It works better.
All right, Simon. So they both get.
Why does he arrest him? Because he's killed all these people.
Yeah, and also they've arrested Sylvester Stallone because they say he don't care. He didn't try to find them. He let it happen.
You get arrested for that?
Because they're
get arrested for being lazy.
He was more bothered about trying to get Simon Phoenix than the hostages.
Why you get arrested for that?
Either way, they get sent to cryo, they get frozen for 36 years.
Why 36?
That's when they wait.
That's the sentence.
That's their parole hearing.
Right. Okay.
Right. 36 years. So they get sent down in 96, and they wake up in 2032.
So not long to go. Right. 6 more years before they wake up.
Yeah, which is a bit of a killer one.
Okay.
And again, it comes down to obviously still like the future's crazy. The world's changed. The only meal you can eat is now Taco Bell. That's the only food that survives.
I bet they paid a lot for that advertising.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's a community that live underground now, but it's unbelievable. And Stone's just got to try and get Wesley Snipes. That's the Sandra Bullock's in it.
What do you mean he's got to try and get? So they're both defrosted.
But yeah, and then he goes back to being a cop.
Stallone.
Yep.
So and does Simon go back to being an accountant?
Yeah, no, a criminal man.
Right.
And Simon Phoenix is trying to take out, I think, a politician, but I can't remember his name. But like, so much has changed. You can't swear anymore. When you swear, you get a violation.
Okay.
There's no guns. You have to go to the museum to find a gun. Like it's completely strange.
And what's Sandra Bullock do?
She's a female copper as well. And
why did you tell me the word female?
She's a female copper.
That's weird, isn't it?
Why? Yeah.
Well, she's a copper. I mean, I know she's a woman.
Yeah, Sandra, yeah, female.
He's Stallone a male copper?
Yeah, he is.
Right, okay.
Great film, though.
He Snipes a male baddie?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Right, okay.
I mean, he wears the dungarees.
Yeah, why does he wear them in prison?
No, that's what he wears when he comes out.
Who, Stallone?
Yeah, no. Snipes.
Simon?
Yeah, orange hair.
Okay, right.
So, yeah, but listen.
How's it end?
It's a great film.
How's it end?
Oh, Wesley Snipes gets like, they fight back in the...
Simon and Stallone.
Fight, you know that where that you go to sleep and they freeze you?
Like a cryo chamber.
Cryo chamber. So they're fighting and they bust one of the pipes and it starts to spray everywhere. So it's obviously freezing everything and Stallone jumps on this crane thing and it starts to freeze Simon Phoenix.
Such a bad story.
And it kicks his head off.
He kicks his head off?
Yeah, because he's frozen, so he just kicked his head and it smashes all over the place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you, though. It's incredible.
All right. So, it sounds amazing, I'll be honest with you. So, films so far, Titanic 2, my favourite.
Terrible.
5 out of 10. Just 5 out of 10.
No, I got 2.5 out of 10. Titanic 2.
Sorry, 2.5. I need glasses on, yeah. The Anaconda, 6.3. Lake Placid, 7.2. 30 Days of Night, 7.8. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, 8 out of 10. Now we're getting big hitters. Dante's Peak, 8.1.
It's a great film. I watched that tonight.
iRobot 8.5. Every week they're getting bigger. Kickboxer 8.6.
Yeah.
What do we give? What's it called? This week's film?
Demolition Man.
What do we give Demolition Man?
8.7.
Benny, something's not right.
No.
So look. Let me read them out. 2.5, 6.3, 7.2, 7.8, 8, 8.1, 8.5, 8.6, now 8.7.
Yeah.
No, they can't keep going.
No.
That makes no sense, Benny.
It's about progression. And so far,
So you're saying Demolition Man is the best film you've seen so far?
Yeah, and this is Demolition Man's unbelievable. Like, listen, Wesley Snipes might pop up a lot in this feature because he's one of those actors. When I don't really want to think about the film, I just want to watch it.
Like Blade.
No, well, yeah, but he has got several films where I'll give you the list.
What's happened to Snipes?
He went in jail for a while.
Oh, did he?
For tax.
Oh, fine. We can talk about that.
Yeah, tax.
Is he out now?
He's out now. Yeah.
He doesn't make movies.
No, he did. He was in the Deadpool film as Blade.
Oh, okay, all right.
But if I'm watching Snipes films, I'm watching either Passenger 57. Oh my, what film?
What's name's in that? Liz Hurley.
Yes, Passenger 57. One of the baddies on the plane.
Yeah.
Passenger
She's a woman in it as well.
Yeah, Passenger 57.
Plays a woman.
Hey, Drop Zone.
What's that about?
Like that skydive is unbelievable.
Oh, okay.
US Marshals.
Oh, with Tommy Hilfiger or whatever his name is.
Tommy Lee Jones. That's part 2 to The Fugitive with Harrison Ford.
Okay, great movie.
What is it? White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson.
Incredible. Money Train. Them two again. Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Blade.
He's made some unbelievable movies.
New Jack City. My goodness, what a film that is.
Yeah.
New Jack City. Okay. What a film.
He made some bangers, right?
Yeah.
And now we don't do anything.
I feel like I'm missing a real big one. Snipes.
Yeah, Blade.
Wesley Snipes.
Well, you haven't got time to Google it.
Because that's only 43.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Film. You just sit here and do nothing then?
No, listen.
I'll just clean my glasses.
No,
I think you've gone through all the big Wesley Snipes movies to be...
No,
is that his real name? It can't be. No one's called Wesley, so it's such a cool name, right?
I feel like I've missed a couple of big ones out.
I've just ad-libbed enough for you to Google his name.
Yeah, but I put his name in and
what's happened? It is his real name. Wesley Snipes, what an unbelievably cool name.
Yeah, where's your filmography? I haven't got it. Right.
His middle name's Trent, Jack just told me, although when Jack tells me something,
Here we go.
do have to double check it.
Yeah, New Jack City.
Right.
Incredible. White Man, Passenger 57. I didn't even mind Boiling Point. That was quite cool. Drop Zone. Remember that one with Patrick Swayze?
No.
To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything.
Of course, no one remembers that.
Remember that? Yeah. He said,
what's it called?
To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. I think
Have you seen that?
Yeah, just as women. It's weird that. Patrick Swayze.
Really?
Yeah.
To Wong Fu?
Yeah, thanks for coming.
What's To Wong? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
What's To Wong Fu? What's To Wong Fu?
I'll show you in the break. It's terrible.
What's To Wong Fu relevant to?
I don't know what it means, mate. I don't know, but that's the film.
You watch the whole movie, you don't know what To Wong Fu is?
No. Murder at 1600 is a good film. Blade, of course. Blade 2, incredible.
To Wong Fu?
Yeah, they're his best ones.
All right.
Yeah, after that, it's just straight to DVDs.
Maybe it is To Wong Fu I'm thinking of. What's the movie where...
Expendables, he's in that too.
That's terrible. Where two men dress up as women. Is it that? It's not To Wong Fu. There's another one.
No, but there's 3 of them that dress up as women.
No, there's a movie where there's 2. It's like 2 black guys dress up as 2 white.
No, you're talking about white chicks.
White chicks.
That's funny. That.
Who's in that?
That's the Wayans brothers.
Oh, that's a terrible movie.
It's funny though.
That's terrible.
To Wong Fu. Yes, it's got Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo. Mo.
Patrick Swayze is in 2.
Yeah, To Wong Fu. Thanks for coming.
No, he's not. That's not a movie.
I promise you.
When did you last see To Wong Fu?
I've only watched it like twice.
Can you watch it for next week's IMDb?
Look at this.
Will you do it? Please do that. Show me. I'm looking at the picture now. It's terrible. Where's he sounds? Patrick Swayze, To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. That sounds amazing. Julianne Moore's in it as well.
Who's Julianne Moore?
The actress. It says underneath. What does it say underneath in the blue writing?
It says
under To Wong Fu, thanks for coming. What does it say underneath? Thanks for everything.
Yes, I don't know. To Wong Fu, thanks for coming. Julie Newmar.
Oh, fine. My eyes are so bad. Okay. So you're giving this week's film, Demolition Man, 8.7. Okay. I enjoyed that. That was great. That was this week's IMDb.
Can't really sleep, so I put on Moonraker. I'm in the middle of rewatching Spartacus. I'll blow the bloody doors off. Watch a bit of Trisha in the morning. IMDb.
2 important things to tell you. When we come back, we'll have team news ahead of the Europa League final. And more importantly, the birthday boy, One More Billy, will be in the studio. See you after this.
Is this the most significant departure, you think, managerial departure in Premier League history? I mean, there are a few big
No,
ones.
not really.
No?
I think it's it's the most significant departure for Manchester City. But I think in all the clubs, I think the Klopp impact upon Liverpool was remarkable in terms of galvanising the club back to its fans, back to the levels of achievement, to a brand of football that ignited and excited most people. And Klopp walked out and decided that he'd had enough and left Arne Slot with a wonderful squad that are able to win the Premier League next year, or the following year, sorry. You've seen Ferguson leave, okay, after 26 years. I don't think his legacy, I think his achievements are remarkable, but I think the squad that he left, it does not compare to the squad that Klopp left Liverpool, and does not compare to the squad that Guardiola is leaving Maresca. And Maresca is indeed a lucky boy. He wouldn't be in this job if he hadn't been in the building previously. I think probably all the lessons that he will have learned at Chelsea will be taken into the Man City job. And so his experiences, his maturity of being able to manage up might be slightly better now. But he's in a wonderful, blessed position that they are built. You know, the last 2 years of a year of decline and a year of rebuilding have all culminated in the fact that they've done a double this year. I mean, I can't think of a more boring FA Cup final for some time, but notwithstanding it, they still won it. Right? And they've done a double this year. They won't do the treble. Arsenal will win the league, but notwithstanding that, they'll finish second. They'll have won 2 cups, and Maresca will walk into a group of players that are highly focused, highly motivated, and his opportunity is to prove the fact that he can continue. And I always believe, and I said it at the top of this show, that you judge a business when the people that own it are not in it. So you judge a football club by the legacy of the person that's been running it for a period of time. Klopp's legacy was to hand it over for a year to Arne Slot, who effectively just finessed it and won the league. Now the image of Liverpool is now Slot's, and it's not so great. Ferguson left a decaying squad. With due respect to Alex Ferguson, I'm not trying to diminish him in any shape or form. And that then created the problems that have then spiralled out of control for Man United over a 13-year period. So we'll see if Manchester City continue. I suspect they will. I suspect Maresca, I mean, the principles behind Maresca was, you know, it's an open secret. He was discussing going to Manchester City with the Chelsea management, which is probably why there was a lot of angst and irritation between the two parties.
Not wig.
It's a nutty canister, either way. I mean, look at the nut on it.
Bob Odenkirk!
Saul was great. He was just a breath of fresh air.
Amelia Clark! Star Wars versus Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, definitely.
Go.
I'm loyal.
Don't tell Alex Hassel!
In season 2, a lot of us get our clothes off.
You do know you did that in season 1?
Exactly, that's true, yes.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Right, here we go. Follow us at 7. Adrian Dome hosts live coverage of Villa against Freiburg in the Europa League final. Team news is in. Jim Proudfoot has all the details. Jim, good evening to you.
Andy, hello, very good evening. Well, the only decision for Unai Emery tonight was whether or not to play Amadou Onana. His knee injury has kept him out of the last 4 games. Victor Lindelöf's deputised superbly in the last 3. And the Swede plays again tonight in the same 11 that started against Liverpool on Friday. Onana does make the bench. Freiburg make 2 changes to the team that sealed another season of European football by beating Leipzig 4-1 at the weekend. Vincenzo Grifo, the experienced Italian international winger, returns, as does fullback Lucas Köbler. So Martinez in goal for the Villa, Cash, Konsa, had Torres and Digne, Lindelof and Tielemans, McGinn and Buendia wide, and Rodgers supporting Ollie Watkins up front. It's Atabolo in goal for Freiburg. Kubler, Ginter, Leonhardt and Troy, the back four. Eggestein and Höfler, Bester, Manzambi and Grifo, and the top scorer Matanovic leads the line. Villa's first European final in 44 years. It's barely an hour away, and we kick off at 8 on talkSPORT.
Thanks, Jim. Can't wait for that one. I think it's going to be a great, great final. It's all live on talkSPORT. And, of course, the boys on the Sports Bar will be taking your calls straight after. Guess who's in the studio? It's a birthday boy.
All right, lads.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bill.
Thank you.
How has your birthday been? No one cares, mate.
Yeah.
It makes your birthday. Makes no difference.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Don't care. It's not all about you. No one really cares.
You're right to be.
You had a good day, Bill.
That's been all right.
We're all going to the pub for a drink.
Normal day, yeah. Sounds good. I'll be there.
Girlfriend's got other plans, right?
She's going to a concert on my
birthday. What'd you make of that, Dee?
Birthday. So.
Dee, what'd you make of that?
What?
Girlfriend's gone to a concert tonight on Billy's birthday.
How long have you been with her?
5 years.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't really care.
It's coming to an end anyway, isn't it? Run its course. What are we doing tonight, Bill?
A bit of guess the intro.
Oh, we like that.
I was going to say finish the week.
No, but he's in his pictures. What are you looking at?
Why are you looking at his phone?
I've lost the songs, but
why are you looking at his phone? Don't cheat. All right? Nasty man. Maybe lose the league next season.
Champions, mate.
Yeah, only for one season.
When's the last time
Makes it sweet when we take it off you.
When's the last time you won it?
We take it off you.
When's the last time you won it?
When was the last time you won it?
You know how this works, boys.
Yeah, we guess the intro.
You'll hear the intro. And
yeah, get on with it, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday, mate, Bill.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Benny.
first?
Andy, do you want to go first?
Oh.
Or?
Do you know what? Because Arsenal won the league.
I didn't go out.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal won. What would you say? Because Arsenal won the league, and I always go first. I will always go first.
Yeah. All right.
Bill, I bought you a drink last week.
Yeah, he did.
I'll buy you one tonight, Bill. It's your birthday.
Right, cheers. Yeah.
Can we get on with it?
Yeah, Andy, here's your first song.
Okay. Mr. Is it Brightside?
No, answer that.
Mr. Brightside.
Incorrect.
Mr. something.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yellow.
Yeah,
no points there.
Didn't want him.
First song, Benty.
Big for your boots, Stormzy.
Correct.
Works, son.
Well done. 1-0 Benty after
I
one
thought
each.
that bit was me. I was like, I don't know that one. Okay, 1-0, well done.
Back to you, Andy.
I'm into super.
Hey,
Living La Vida Loca.
Is this on offer?
Living La Vida Loca.
Can be, yeah.
I'm into
exactly this.
outside. Living La Vida is sung by Ricky Martin.
Correct.
You keep saying it, nothing comes to you.
Fair play.
Well done. One each.
Thank you.
Benny, your second one.
It's right.
Oh.
It's not Gwen Stefani.
Well, are you saying it's not?
I'm saying it's Gwen Stefani, but the song's called Holla Back Girl.
I know what it's called.
Holla Back. I don't know.
It's called Milkshake.
No, it's not Scalise.
No. It's Hollaback Girl.
And it's Gwen Stefani, right?
Yeah, 1-0. It's 1-0.
Yeah.
How many we got left, Bill?
You've got, yeah.
Okay, 1-0. Nicely poised. Like it. I like it. I know what it's called.
Obviously you don't. Barry doesn't know. Barry doesn't know.
Got hurry up.
That one.
That was the Jam.
Oh my God.
Town Called Malice.
Yeah. I could have sung the whole song in the style of Vic Reeves and still not got it.
Benny, over to you. Still 1-0.
Okay, all right.
Hey.
Play the whole song.
Amy Winehouse. Sometimes I go out and I look across the water. Oh my God.
I don't think he's Amy Winehouse. Quickly.
Got hurry,
No,
man.
you ain't got it.
Who's it?
It's Mark Ronson featuring
That's it.
Amy Winehouse.
That's it.
Featuring Amy
Mark Ronson.
Featuring Amy Winehouse.
It was Mark Ronson.
Anne-Marie.
Huh?
Anne-Marie?
Anne-Marie? Valerie.
Is it a clothing range? Anne-Marie, that's amazing. Anne-Marie, here at number 1 for the 4th week. It's Anne-Marie and Amy Winehouse.
I've lost track of the score.
We've got last one.
1-0.
All right. We need a tiebreaker. First, fingers on the buzzers.
Here we go.
Jump around.
House of Pain. I've got it first though. House of
we
Pain.
said it at the same time.
Hey, one morning, Jack. Jack's one, Jack. Quick.
Right, go on, Jack, quick. Look at Jack's little panic. Quick, Jack. London Calling.
Bye.
The Who.
No.
The clash.
Yes.
Yes.
We've got both
Still
got
a
one.
draw. Call it a draw.
We have got a break. Producers, we have got a break. Who will be jumping around tonight? Will it be Aston Villa or Freiburg? How good was that?
We are the
Stay with
champions.
talkSPORT. Europa League final is coming up next. We're off to the pub to celebrate Bill's 14th birthday. See you tomorrow at 4. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
All right, let's talk about the big breaking news that broke last night. It's been something that everyone's been speaking about for the last 12 months, and that's that Pep Guardiola is set to leave Man City after 10 years at the job. Let's bring in our chief football correspondent, Ags Crook, to kind of open or shed a bit more light on this. Crookie, obviously, look, this is massive, massive news. It isn't a surprise as it is. We knew about it, but we didn't know when this was going to happen. Give us a bit more on it.
Yeah, I think it's the worst kept secret in football, has been for several weeks, if not months now. And that's why I'm slightly surprised, by all accounts, that Pep Guardiola has reacted quite furiously to the fact that this has been leaked 24 hours before a game that could decide Manchester City's title fate. I'll be at the Vitality tonight. If City don't win, it's Arsenal's title. If they do win, we go to the last day of the season, and what is sure to be a very emotional final home game for Pep Guardiola, final game in charge of City after 10 years. Against Aston Villa. But as I say, this has been coming. I think it could well have happened earlier. There was a lot of talk about whether last season will be his last at Manchester City. He's given them one more year.